if I die tomorrow, I hope you hear these words. I ain't here to flip no birds or sip no serve. Hope the future generations can get this urge. Stay woke, youngin', and avenge these nerds.
Tuesday night.
Hello, how are you all?
Going on?
Hello, I'm here, not in the car, and all that other nonsense that was going on.
Right.
Oh my God.
Coming from across the parking lot. Not tonight, huh?
Yep.
Bro,
Well,
I gotta say that was rough, bro. That was
really
rough, real rough. Because you've done car podcasting before, and it's been great.
The rental was not cooperating.
It was not on your side this time.
It was not cooperating with me, and that's okay. I've done a fair share of these on the road. You know, every once in a while, it'll be a hit or miss.
It happens.
Okay.
See, already the soundboard, it gets old quick. You can't overdo it.
Who has that? Who has soundboard?
It's okay.
I do, but I'm not using it.
It's Seabass with
With a frog? Oh,
He just has that
God.
one thing. He just has that one thing, and he's already gonna play it out.
What
very
other
quickly.
sounds do you have?
No,
Just
there
one.
is no.
There'll
other
be
sound.
more. There will be
It's
more.
just a frog?
It's
Yes.
just a frog.
Come on. You couldn't even do crickets for when someone says something and no one agrees to it?
Tuesday night crickets. There you go.
It's like it's right there. It's like it's right there, and you just
Nope.
oh.
I'm going frog. Okay.
We have a fun show tonight.
It's the Puerto Rican in him.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't
Yeah,
blame
just
Puerto
run,
Rican.
just
Nope.
run through the
Nope.
announcements.
Nope.
Just
I'm
run,
never
just,
confused.
Before
run
we
through the
run through
announcements.
announcements, though, I mean, we got a great show tonight. I mean, we're going to have some fun because it's a random nerds episode. And what better way than to also have some friends on the show from the 4-letter nerds? We have Mike Mayhem and Kat returning. Woo!
Welcome.
Woo!
Hello.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
There was a lot of slander about me backstage. So
Mike, how does it feel to be in as we announce the show? As we go live. How does it feel to be here on time?
Looks
There
like
was
the
a-
slander is continuing.
Yeah, it continues.
You know, there's a leave studio button that I don't mind pressing. I already did what I had to do. I was
had
here.
better not.
I was on the show.
No. There's no need. There's no need for that. No need for
Do
that.
it. You won't.
You know what there's no need for?
Announcements. So let's skip it.
Hmm.
But we're going to do them anyway.
We love
We're gonna
everyone
do
who
that
we
way.
announce. Follow
Yes.
everyone on
Follow-
the Twitch and the YouTube and all the other channels.
Yep.
There's TV,
Wow.
there's Law, there's Catch the Craze, there's Pong,
There's Medusa's Cascade.
Medusa's Cascade, there's We Suck at Comics,
There's
Um,
Seabass's Patreon.
Lu Cyph's new
New
EP.
album.
Okay,
It's not even new.
anymore.
Just
It's
let
just
him do
Lu
it.
Cyph's
Let
His
him
latest.
do
His
it,
latest.
guys.
He's doing it.
God.
That's it. He's doing it.
That
There
was
we go.
mine.
There we go.
We did all of them. We're done and done.
And then,
Wait,
wait, no.
and
we
the
gotta-
4-letter nerd that happens tomorrow from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, strict 60 minutes.
There we go.
I just want to say two things. Number one, what have you done to announcements, Sebastian, that these people seem to hate it? And the
Bro.
second thing is, y'all are the group of friends who crack on each other. And when somebody new comes in, they don't want to say anything because they don't want to get cracked on. Y'all are toxic. Y'all are toxic as fuck.
No, it's just Seabass we crack on.
No.
It's-
You gotta
it's
go.
fun.
You gotta go through a couple rounds of us before you start to get cracked on. You know.
But Mike's been on the show long enough. At
Oh yeah,
this
no,
point,
Mike isn't safe.
Mike,
I mean,
Mike's not safe.
I've known Mike now since the before time of course.
Before
Right. That
no,
part.
if you've been here since the old format of the show, you ain't safe.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Okay, fair enough.
I mean,
know,
Mike and
we used
Wall
to
were the
do-
very first two.
When we used to do an in-person show, you ain't safe.
Listen, if you were with us and one person and we all had one motherfucking mic, you ain't safe.
That silver mic. Oh yes, I remember.
Oh my
We're all
God.
just sitting around in a circle talking into a directional mic.
Yo, oh my
Good
God.
times. Good times. There was always some great cider afterwards.
But in terms of Seabass, it's usually just because Seabass at this point
Just
makes
a
a
horrible
point.
transition.
Like there's stuff that he does that he's like, oh, I have to because it's like for the brand or for whatever, and we're like, no,
Listen,
you
listen,
don't
no.
have to
Yeah.
do it. Like
You
it's just for you at this point.
It's not a thing. You're making it. You're trying to make it. A
Stop
thing.
trying to make fetch a thing.
Yeah.
You know what?
tough.
You know what, Hugo? You are correct, my friend,
I've
because
never-
you are on with us every single
Nah.
Tuesday.
Right.
So
But
you
you
know,
know what it is though? You will be coming in with the hot takes and like the very spicy good takes.
It's true,
So
though.
he's
It's true.
good. He's safe.
it's true.
Aurelius,
Aurelius is another one of our
Good
day
to see
ones.
y'all here.
day one, Aurelius.
Hi, Relis.
So
You are definitely safe because you are one of the real ones.
Aurelius is
definitely
just
want-
waiting to come on the episode when Ezra actually shows up, and he's not just friend zoning.
I saw the faces. I already saw the faces.
What
But
the
Val and Kat just like, oh man, damn.
I didn't get my jabs in for the show not jabs. It was a good show, but I do have one major fucking crux with this TV show, and it's how come my man Qui-Gon Jinn dies from the same injury that homegirl get on a planet and she survives? I have problems.
Wait.
He wasn't.
Nope. It was different locations. I have a thing. So she got one. There's one. If you get hit with a lightsaber, technically your wounds cauterize instantly. So that's
Yeah.
a thing.
Yeah.
But
You cannot science Star Wars. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying she got hit in the side where basically her appendix is, and he got hit through the spine. Like he got hit center mass, like directly center.
So would you say he got spinal tap?
Ignore him.
C plus.
How long have you had that in your pocket?
It's just been there. I've been waiting.
On my show.
Okay, hold on.
I feel like he was practicing that in the mirror.
Did he
before
say
doing
Hold on.
it.
Qui-Gon was a little?
What
No,
the fuck is
no.
What is this, sir?
Where's that showing up? Why is it not showing up? Hold on.
Put it back up. Put that nonsense back up, okay?
Oh my.
Oh my
You're not going to
god.
throw dirt on Liam Neeson's name on this channel, sir. I'm
Uh-oh.
sorry.
Uh-oh.
Oh
You're no
god.
longer-
Qui-Gon, an arbiter of the living force, 2 masters away from Yoda. We are not having that on this show.
Uh-oh.
Facts.
Ridiculous
Facts.
skills? Listen,
So
I think yes. I think
Sabine
Tone
is a
is
tough
right.
Mama Jama. I'll give you that second half of that statement is correct.
To a certain extent.
I
From a
think
certain point of
Tone is
view.
right in saying that you can't fully science Star Wars sometimes because sometimes if you think about it, it doesn't make
Let's
sense.
not make sense of it.
Right.
Let's not try.
But okay, we'll keep it in fantasy land. I am amazed that we don't know how they heal so good because like she legit got
Back
a
to tank.
lightsaber through. I'm sorry.
Bacta.
Bacta. It's the
Oh.
the blue water shit they all go into.
Oh yeah, that's
It's the same thing as Goku's
The
tank.
Super Saiyan pod. you're right.
Essentially,
The
yeah.
Saiyan pods, the healing pods, whatever. So
That's the thing they used in Book of Boba Fett instead
because
of
I
a
was like,
plot.
Sabine should be
Yeah.
the colostomy bag. You know what I'm saying? Like pew pew. You know. But,
Colostomy bag.
I mean, listen. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So far, the show is amazing. I understand your gripe, but like we were saying backstage, it's an amazing show. It's honestly, I think this is the best series for Star Wars ever. You know,
For
I
me-
think we're okay.
No, I was gonna say for me, Andor was great. This is better than Andor, so I'm really loving this series.
Kat, you want to weigh in?
I haven't watched it yet. I'm one of those. I have the whole season has to be there, and then I'll just
Okay.
binge it and in one fell swoop. So I don't have much to add aside from where we come into Qui-Gon. I think that was a choice. I think he made a choice there to push
That's
to
a
push
good point.
things forward because he knew that they wouldn't allow him to train Anakin. And with his death, as powerful as he was, knowing that he would probably come back as a Force ghost, I think that was a decision that he made to let himself go in that moment.
It's like, peace out, bitches.
I like that.
It was like a sacrifice because he knew that would be the way that Obi-Wan would feel compelled to train Anakin. He felt so strongly about Anakin being that guy. So
That's a manipulator.
Oh man, damn! We got some knowledge dropped in there. That's some good stuff right there. You heard it here. But anyway, I mean, you guys have returned back to the show. You guys were up in Colorado. How was Colorado?
wait, before we move on from that, I just want to say more last thing about Qui-Gon. He also gave me what I think is the best quote to date from Star Wars, and that's your focus determines your reality. I think that was the play there as well. As far as Colorado Springs, aside from me going deaf from somebody's overuse of a megaphone, it was a very successful show. Thank you very much for asking. And Mayhem dipped out. Okay. I don't know, Sebastian, if you know what was going on there, but there was a pickling where I put on my Facebook status if I got 50 individual comments that I would throw a pickle at one of our other hosts' face, Reggie, and he agreed to this. And we had over 100 comments. So, but Mayhem was supposed to be there because the fake out was going to be, I was actually going to turn around and hit him in the face because he was the one who did the
Yo, shout out to me, Qui-Gon Jinn in this bitch.
But he dipped out early and missed it. So he's just going to need to be careful every time he's around me and make sure that I don't have any pickles in my hand.
So can it be a pickle, Rick?
Oh, we got a legit question.
For sure it can.
How do you feel about criticism that is not usual for casual? That's not for casual.
So, as a casual fan,
we've had this conversation with Don Juan on the air.
Oh my!
Go ahead, Paul.
No, as a person who has never seen a single episode of Rebels, yes, I've never seen a single episode of Rebels, and I'm into the show. I'm digging it. So I don't know about I don't know if I feel that. Let me put it this way: I don't know that criticism applies to me as a casual fan. I don't think it applies to me because I'm into it.
I don't think it. I just don't like. I didn't watch Rebels either. I know I want to watch it, but I just feel like it isn't so. Rebels sets up the backstory of this show, like the Witcher books set up the backstory for the Witcher game.
Mm-hmm.
I can enjoy it, I can play it, and I can learn about it, but I don't need to invest all this time and all this extra stuff to get something out of the show. However, if you put the time in, like we know Vmac does, she's a huge fan of Rebels, there are going to be little nuggets and things for you in it that you're going to pick up on and that you're going to love. And I think that's the balance we have to have when it comes to these shows and these movies to make sure we have room for casual fans, we have room for hardcore fans, and we're all moving forward.
I think the show does a perfect balance because it's fun. When we were talking about it, you see VMAC light up about all the stuff from at Rebels, but then it's like, we're all talking about Star Wars and everything. It's like it does a perfect balance. And I'm seeing everyone on the panel last week where, like how Pong said, like, I don't know all the Rebel stuff. I'm the same way. I don't know all the Rebel stuff, but it's like I'm enjoying the hell of the show. And speaking of Pong, I'm gonna be on building this bootleg Lego Batman set on his show Friday, but anyway,
I'm gonna mock him so hard.
He did not waste any time. Hey, you also want to buy my big toothpaste anyway? So
he was supposed to do that in the announcements.
Yeah.
Can I?
It's from Mold
Yes.
King.
Hold on. Hugo just made a very good observation.
Wow,
Hugo,
man.
I think you should add that to the list.
With Bruce Vane. That's the Lego set he got is Black Man and his alter ego Bruce Vane
from Mold King, not Lego.
I will. This is the one thing I have noticed about all of the shows that happen after the original trilogy, and I'm not trying to gripe on the sequel trilogy, but because we all know what happened. We know what happened with the Republic in Force Awakens, and we know that the First Order took over and did all this stuff, and so we have to tell this story. But I feel like it does such a disservice of how stupid the New Republic is, and I just can't look past how stupid everyone is. Like in this episode with the senators, I'm like, yo, like the incompetence is just
it's not incompetent. The thing is, it's not incompetence. It's politics. And that's the reality of it. And these are people who are secretly devising this type of thing. So they purposely say certain things and push it a certain way. And you can't exactly argue because you have to politic. I know the books do that, but I think it's not the books. The current books talk about how there is the faction in the middle. There's the factions trying to do all the stuff in the background. But I think that's the type of stuff we should probably be getting from live action. Because like if you have to read to learn about the political nuances of the Republic and like how there's a different side or everyone's just trying to play this game or like they're purposely doing all this stuff. The reason why Leia isn't really a bigwig is because they purposely leaked that Darth Vader was her father. Like all that shit happened, which led to what happens in the future. But you only know that if you read the books or you read a wiki, you watch a YouTuber. And like those are key things that talk about what happens to this republic after the original trilogy, that if we're not getting in a live action or even a cartoon, I think is a disservice to what we're trying to accomplish, which is talking about, I think, like
But
the
because
20 something years.
do you think that you're tying it in because of the content you read in the books during that era?
No. This is this is canon. Like what the them leaking the Princess Leia stuff, that's all canon. Like I don't read any Legends stuff. Legends was canned before
Okay.
So
Force
this is
Awakens.
post Disney.
Yeah, it's all post Disney
Disney
because
White.
all the stuff, all the Legend stuff is that Luke is an incredible master and set up a new fucking Jedi
Yeah.
society, which is what we all thought we were gonna get.
Yeah.
So I want to say that I think the series is doing its job. It's having us talk about it obviously more, but more importantly, it seems like Marvel Entertainment and its partners were trying to find a way to kind of keep the party going without seeing like, all right, it's late. So what I mean by that is like, here it is, Star Wars. Especially on various shows that I've been on with some of my friends and whatnot, we've always said, stop using the same people. Stop using kids. Although I still want to know what happened with that kid with the broom and he was out here breaking and stuff, using the force, whatever. He's force sensitive. Like, stop using kids and like tell the story, because as we all know, if you had the opportunity, Star Wars was a whole built universe from before. I forgot the actual authors there, but the books were amazing. Disney was like, don't need it, and we were like, what? So we thought, okay, maybe they'll come with something better, and they were like, we're gonna make it up as we go. And they're like, why? Because technically the blueprint was there. So their objective, like, hey, we want to create series in which old time fans, like devoted fans, let me say old time fans, devoted fans who know the series, who's been keeping up, you're gonna get like pieces and nuggets, and you're gonna be rewarded, but you don't have to have known what happened beforehand and not necessarily read the common or the current lore right now to know what's going on. I think with Ahsoka they hit it so far. What are we on, episode 4?
3.
I think it is.
Today is 4.
Today's 4. Yeah, so we're on episode 4. So for the 3 episodes that we've seen so far, like, you didn't need to know everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can know like certain things are going to happen, but you don't need to know names per se. Like, you don't have every single detail. It's not like freaking Game of Thrones where like some of the references are like, oh my god, like that happened in season 2, you know. And to kind of come back, I think they're doing the job because they're having us talk about it in such a way continuously. Marvel has other things going on, and I think what they've also done is they made the slide for like a day or two where it's like Ahsoka, and it also has Rebels as well. So they're making people go back and like, if you're interested, and I think they got a lot of clicks from that. I'm starting to rewatch everything because I never finished it. So I was like, all right, it's 6 seasons, by the way. Six seasons. Okay.
I watched from beginning to end throughout pandemic.
If you did Friends, you can do this.
Clone Wars.
Yeah.
I did every single animated series that Star Wars had throughout pandemic. So Clone Wars and Rebels, and then it was Bad Batch, and it was So I completely was committed.
I think I would just want to
And I
add
think
with
that
Okay.
they need the casual fans to push it forward. They know that they have us hardcore fans unlocked. They're like, good, bad, meh, Star Wars. We're going to watch it at least once. We might hate it, but we're going to watch it. We need those casual fans to push the fandom forward. And for that, I'm always glad to have a casual fan. Because of you, I can find Wonder Woman stuff on the shelves. Because of you, I can find Mandalorian stuff on the shelves, which let's say 10 years ago, even you could not.
Right.
No.
Not in the
Same-
way that
it's
we
the
have
same.
it now.
It was the same Batman figure, just recolored. But I like what this show has done, and this is this is beyond spoiler territory because it's been blowing up on the internet. The show's doing something that's broken Lucas canon, or a rule that they had for a lot of the Star Wars stuff. For Lucas Studios, or George Lucas didn't break, was that it's introducing the concept that there is another universe out there outside of their own. Which I thought that was something that a lot of people grasped on. It did break with the internet, which is showing that the show itself is looking to also not afraid to go down some uncharted territories to really push the fandom for Star Wars forward. And it's where this show ends. I really want to see where the pieces are going to be for them to pick up for the next storytellers, to give people that opening to actually start telling their own original stuff, also to contribute to the Star Wars universe. Because if you look at the major comic book companies, DC and Marvel, for many years, a lot of the lore from Marvel and DC was that writers that came in artists that came in and they built upon those characters. And with a lot of the original Star Wars Legendaries comics, which was on the Dark Horse at the time, it was a lot of writers and artists that came in to build up that whole thing with Star Wars, and then they threw it out. But now it's feel like they realized their mistake, and now they're trying to rebuild that. But more original
I
storytellers to
think
come in
with when
eventually.
you have so many different people involved in a specific core project or those types of things, what happens over time is it becomes convoluted and hard to stay consistent with this with what has
Yeah.
happened in the
Well, that's
history.
why. That's
So
why you
and
have like a bullpen.
But I don't think they have that.
that's
I don't
not
think
That's what they're arguing for on the
yeah,
strikes.
like I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna let you speak, Vmac. I just want to comment really quickly. I do
Thank you, go ahead.
apologize. I think for us, it makes sense. Like there should be a conference room with all the lore that is current, and everybody has to build on it. That DC and Marvel should be able to be like, well, this is da da da, and then go from there, right? And then even references to the books that make it, right? But for some reason, they decide to go left field. I'm done. VMAC, please.
I mean, the thing
Sorry
so
about
so
that.
no, it's okay. I'm kind of lost what my point was going to be originally, but it's totally fine. Yeah, I don't know. Anyone read the Akatar series? I don't.
But
Okay.
yeah, that exact thing is what
Yeah.
what a lot of the WGA strike is all about is being able to have
Thank
that
you,
writer's
Pong.
room, right? They've they've pared that down over the last several years. I don't know if they've been using the pandemic as a fig leaf, or maybe it really is, but ultimately it all comes down to they want to save money.
I would love, since there's another universe, if we can get Star Wars v Aliens. I would love to see Jedi Masters and Sith go against aliens, xenomorphs, face huggers. I think that would be amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, they I think they did a comic or
They
art
did a
piece that.
comic and it was amazing. The art was amazing. But if we could get the act, like imagine Jedi Masters panicking, face huggers. That'd be amazing. Oh my god.
Oh, a
I
Sith
don't
Lord
see.
alien.
I don't see. Ew. I don't see that even coming close. I mean, they can just chop them up. I don't see that being a competitive nature.
I think they can write it. Listen, if xenomorphs can go against Superman, Batman, Predator.
I mean, I think it's a sheer's number game because
Yeah.
aliens are clever, but they're not smart.
Also,
Right.
too, aliens
The
bleed
lightsaber
acid.
also is like
They
And
have
it's
to
not
swing it.
just the
And it's
saber, it's the
acid.
force. And depending how strong they
Right.
are with the force, they can do like a blast. But I just think it depends on the sheer numbers of what we're talking about. If we're talking
Yeah.
like a million face huggers, well, yeah. Like
Yeah, it's
We're
speaking
getting
from
the
aliens.
Jedi
there's going to be
xenomorph.
some trouble.
Speaking
Yeah, it's
speaking
gonna
from
be some,
alien.
right?
Speaking from aliens lore, it's they win when they have the numbers on their side. But when the
That's
numbers
what
are not on their side, it's like, I got a sneak attack.
I
But you have your
mean,
few bad apples, Indians. But I mean, if you really think about it, if you're a Jedi Master and you have to use your lightsaber to get up close and personal, the minute that you cut an alien, that's acid blood shooting at you.
you guys are proving my point. I love it. Come on, bring it more. Come on, bring it in.
But
Bring it in.
but I'm just saying, imagine if a face hugger, a Jedi Knight or a Sith Lord is sleeping, and all of a sudden this face hugger comes out of nowhere, and because it's happened to the Predator, where it just hugs them. I mean, then does that alien now have the Force with them as well? That busts out the chest of that Sith Lord or Jedi Knight.
Are we talking like a full hug? Are we talking like a Christian side hug where you like grab their hand and then
It's
one
not
hand
Christian
over the shoulder?
Mingle
Is that what we're
Pong.
doing?
I feel
Yeah.
like if they were able to surprise a Jedi that way, then that Jedi wasn't very strong in the Force because they would have felt it even in their sleep.
Mhm.
So they might be Force sensitive, but I don't think they'd be a Force user because again, they're clever, not smart. I don't know that they'd have the wherewithal to use it the way that it should be used. Or
Yeah,
can
we have a
be
better. We have a better. I think a predator has a better way of using the force than the aliens.
I believe the Predator would be
Ooh.
much more
But
dangerous. with
they've
the Force.
fucked up predators in the story. So
Not
and
to
they guys
mention Predators have
Oh.
honor, so that would make it an even better fight.
Oh, the
I
saber
think.
just comes out like this, the claws like that from the Predator
Mhm.
claws. Oh, thank you. I need that imagery now.
Oh, why would it come out of their claw?
No, it's that'd be a saber right there.
So what you're saying is instead of their claws, they would have sabers?
But
That
they
I mean,
would
it-
still have to
that
like
does not seem
build that.
practical.
Like that doesn't.
No.
It's a predator.
Why are
Hunter.
you Wolverining him?
Yeah, I don't know.
Doesn't the predator have two claws?
This was
Like,
fine.
What kind
and
of a
then they left
mashup
it
are
up.
you trying to build here?
We had a good thing going, okay?
It's gonna be a
Sabers
great thing.
don't
Then it has a
extend out of
Sabers
hand right
Jedi's. I mean,
here.
they physically make them, my dude. That's gonna be a
Like,
thing.
what the predator? What do they call the Uragis or whatever? Is out here.
They're
Like,
gonna put some kyber crystals in their gauntlets, you know.
There you
I
go.
love, I love how this was the one that was too far. You guys are like, yo,
It's like,
aliens
wait a
versus
minute, what?
Jedi.
No.
It's like,
Huh?
There's a
no,
lot of
no,
engineering
you
that's
guys
got to
want-
be involved in that, and it feels like it'd be painful for no reason. I don't know if predators
this
would
is-
want to invest that
That's
kind
where
of.
they drew the lines right there.
This is what it looks
You guys,
like when,
this is
when you
Arby's.
mess a
Can
good
you
thing.
guys just pick a combo meal and pull up?
This is
See,
a Wendy's.
sparingly. Use it sparingly.
Oh, that was nice. That was
Sparingly.
That's good. That was good.
Thank you.
I love you, Paul. Anyway, oh man,
But
yeah,
in the
we
glove is too much.
That's my frog.
You
So
had
you got
me
a
until
frog.
that point.
Right.
I lost
Yep,
everybody.
now
That's
it's
it.
ruined.
That's the show, guys. That's it. I fucked up. But speaking of adaptions and everything, so and I have to say I'm happy. It's actually starting to get me wanting to watch the anime. Actually, One Piece has actually been killing it. The live action has actually really been killing it on Netflix and with people watching the show, and it's been Netflix's third attempt at a live action anime, and it's actually
I refuse.
it's killing it.
Mayhem,
You know,
you've
so
made
the
the right
Predator
call.
with lightsabers instead of
Off-brand
supposed to buy their
Legos.
rep of off-brand Lego. That's
Did
hilarious.
anybody catch the number of that bus?
Final Destination, right there.
Oh my god. Nah, I refuse. I refuse. Listen, to the One Piece fans, the one thing I love about y'all is y'all devotion. Okay, what it was like 400 episodes?
1,000.
Over 1,000.
I'm sorry. I was trying to be
He-
nice.
Yo,
400
he just got
episodes,
to
600
Gear
filler.
5. He
Okay.
just got to Gear 5. I was reading One Piece stuff to be like, when does Luffy unlock Gears 2, 3, 4, and 5? He gets to Gear 2 at chapter 200 and something. He gets to Gear 3 at chapter 5. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Seriously right
Shoot for
now?
200.
I'm over this. By 500, Naruto was a sage. I'm
Right.
You know, I'm
Right.
like,
Facts.
I don't need 1,000 episodes. I'm sorry.
I don't want to do anything that feels good
400
1,000
episodes of
times.
Simpsons episode count.
Rookie numbers. You're right. You're right. No, but 400. I think it's 400 actual episodes and like 600 filler or whatever. I refuse. I could be wrong. I don't care. I refuse to start it. It's so bad.
I'm
Tone.
gonna start it. I'm gonna start it. I'm
I
gonna
will-
make
no,
a decision.
I'm gonna pray for you. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. This
I'm-
Sunday,
I'm-
No, when I'm gonna start it, but I'm gonna start it. I
I'm
made
still
it.
I'm gonna,
your
I'm
name
gonna,
is going in that
Sometime in the
collection plate.
future.
I'm
Oh.
gonna,
Right, sometime.
I'm gonna weigh in on that because the live action show actually has me look past it because I've already said I'd never liked the animation style, but I'm gonna look past it and actually watch the animation because live action show has been pretty good. I got one more episode left on it, and it's just like, oh, I've been enjoying
From
this.
what
This
I
is-
hear, I mean, they just say it's okay. I don't know. From the people who watch, though, I know that watches One Piece, like there's just certain. I just think anime should not be made into live action.
I
just-
agree.
I
It
don't.
wasn't needed. We didn't need it.
Yeah.
I say that about a lot of live action things. We didn't need
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
The enemies were
agreed.
perfect in
I
and
mean,
of
it
themselves.
I think this is the first one that's like an that's episodic, right? Everything else was movies, right?
I think
Mhm.
so.
Well,
'Cause
no,
the movies are trash.
no, Cowboy Bebop was a show.
Oh, right.
Death Note was a
Oh,
show.
Yeah.
That's right.
Death
Death
Note was
Note
a
wasn't a
show.
show.
Death Note was
Yeah,
I
Death
thought
Note
Death
was
Note
Oh,
was
it
a
was
film.
movie. It was a
No,
film.
no.
Death
It
Note
was
a
always
film.
a series. It started
Yeah.
off as a series. Season 2 was.
No, I
amazing.
mean the Death Note live
No,
action.
the
I
live
thought that
action
was
live
a
action.
movie.
It was live
Willem
action movie.
Dafoe.
Yeah, it was a live
Yeah.
action movie.
live action.
Trash.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Listen,
But-
I just looked it up. If you were to start One Piece, it takes
Oh,
you
no.
18.21 days. Okay, let's just say 18 and a half.
24
18
hours?
18.
Yes.
That has to be 24 hours because you cannot watch 1,000 episodes
Bro,
between
it's
5 and 10
18
p.m.
18
And like-
days.
and
All right,
like-
so let's round it up. 19 days. There are
Round
30
it up.
No, when do I sleep? Like
Huh?
that doesn't sound realistic. When
Yeah,
do I get to
yeah,
sleep? I have actual work for a
I
living.
think it's accumulative. I don't think it's like
Oh,
straight.
okay,
I don't
okay,
think it's
okay,
like
okay, okay.
straight.
So
You know what I'm
if
saying?
it's 19 days watching 24 hours a day, we're talking 456 hours of TV.
Yo, no. There's the minimum of 28 days within a month. I'm not spending it watching this film to catch up. Sorry, film series. I refuse.
No, it's
I
not
refuse.
even. And catch up. It's still ongoing. Like it's not even
Right.
over.
So can you? You know what? I'll wait for the
when
abridge. You know how
when
they
I
did
catch
Dragon
up
Ball
with
Z
Movie's a
Boruto-
guys?
fucking sports car. He's gonna go to Gear 6 and 7. Gear
When I catch up on
reverse.
Boruto,
Like
I'll
I'm
just wiki
probably
it.
gonna
It'll be
watch.
fine.
I'm sorry, V. What did you say? I'm sorry. I was listening.
When I catch up on Boruto, I'll probably go back and watch.
Oh my god. Okay. You know
I'm
what?
like 30
Mhm.
episodes behind in Boruto, so
No, I'm good. I think
Yeah.
once again, to those that decide to take that journey, God be with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pray for you. Yo, you are devoted.
I stopped that she put in. Anything after that doesn't exist.
bro, no, you're bugging, bro. Stop it. The
Nah,
world, bro.
I can't even front. Shippuden took off within the
Shippuden was
first
great.
2 episodes.
Shippuden was incredible.
Shippuden was no.
Yes.
God, I was watching Shippuden. I'm getting goosebumps as a grown ass man on the train.
Right.
I almost
Right. I
cried.
cried.
Thank you.
Bro, I was emotional. I was
Yeah.
Facts.
invested.
When Naruto caught up to Sasuke and he was like, "I've trained so hard and I still can't catch up," I was like, "Damn, bro."
I'm with you, Pong. Don't worry.
Neji,
But
I'm
you know
with
what?
you, Pong.
losing Neji was
I know.
an emotional ass episode.
Fun
I'm
fact.
waiting
mad
for
at
the
the
wiki.
writers.
The
Yo,
two fathers.
hold up, no reason.
Val, did you
Vmac
know?
talk that shit. Go ahead.
Did you know? Fun fact that the symbol on Neji's head in the manga is a swastika.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's not real. No, you lying.
Look it up.
It probably
Look
is.
Look it up.
Because it was an Eastern,
Yeah, it's a pagan symbol.
yeah, it's a pagan symbol before
All right.
Before Hitler
This-
made it famous.
This
before
is,
Ding Dong did
Yeah.
the thing.
this
Look it
is
up.
just another reason why Neji was done wrong. Okay, he was done wrong with the damn symbol, and he was done wrong on how they killed him. I'm still
It's an
mad at the
X.
writers for
It's
no
an X
goddamn.
in the anime.
But in the manga, okay.
In the manga. Look at the look at the manga panel for when Neji takes.
Well,
the thing
not
off.
exactly, but yeah.
It's okay. It's fine.
They
Neji.
That's my guy though.
Wow.
Okay.
I don't-
Steve
I don't-
Ass.
Again, I
I
don't
just
think.
Neji'd.
Look, it was a fun fact.
I hate
It's
you,
not some-
Sebastian.
Yeah.
I just Neji'd.
I hate you.
Anyway.
I hate you.
Well, we could also
Yeah.
talk about My Adventures for Superman too. Has anybody else been watching that?
Dude, y'all have to if you haven't. It's so good.
Damn, I'm just bringing up stuff. No one's watched it.
I haven't. I've been
All
playing Final Fantasy 16. I have not watched anything.
I've been trying
Is that the
100%
one
Star
online?
Wars, Lego
Huh?
Star Wars on the game.
Is Final Fantasy the one on Final Fantasy 16 the one that's online and like real live?
No, that's,
That's
14, and I can only handle one live MMO in my life.
Is 14
And her
good?
name is Destiny.
Yes, Destiny.
Fair enough.
That's
Fair
it.
enough.
Her name is
So
Destiny.
Destiny's still going on? Are we on season 5 or is it what? 2?
Season
2.0?
22, my man.
Jesus Christ.
He said 5.
I thought they all made it like because
So
it's Destiny,
gone.
Destiny 2, right? Which I don't understand. Okay, why do they call it Destiny 2? If
it
it's
was
the
the-
same.
Because it was a sequel release to Destiny 1
It was-
under the
it was
under the
plus some more
contract from
money.
Activision.
But like, oh, the contract. Okay.
Yeah,
So-
they were supposed to
Destiny
they were supposed to do Destiny 2, and then if they were still under Activision, they were going to do
Like
Destiny 3 because
Destiny.
that's how Activision was going to make their money through constant releases instead of seasonal releases and content releases. Then they got themselves out of Activision and decided to go whole hog into Destiny 2.
Apparently, they're changing the seasons and stuff and how they release content.
Yeah, so they did 4 seasons this calendar year, then when Lightfall, then when Final Shape drops in February or April, then it's going to
It's
be
not a
3
swastika.
4 seasons in a movie.
It's going to be 3. They're not seasons, but it's 3
This is
different
definitely
things.
a family gathering.
It's an old Japanese emblem, and it was inverted. But it's not a Nazi swastika.
Okay, it's not a Nazi. But what was I gonna say to make you look it up?
I understand, but I was a little
inverted
disappointed
swastika?
for 2.5 seconds.
No, but the way for me to get you to look it up was to say
I looked it
Neji's
up.
thing in
There's
his
so many
head was a
conversations going
swastika.
on.
Let's take a vote.
And then
Let's take a vote.
Slander
for the panel.
everywhere, and I'm having a great time. Okay, if I'm gonna be honest with you, Destiny sounds like the Apple of games. Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh no!
I don't remember this from the.
I
manga.
know that it's pointed the wrong way, but I'm pretty sure most people aren't gonna know.
Exactly.
Mm.
Most people aren't gonna know.
Okay.
And most people look at that and they're like, "Hey, that's the thing." They're not gonna say, "Oh, that's clearly an Eastern symbol of."
It's not.
whatever.
Well, the thing is, what they're saying. It's not uncommon that you saw a lot of old Japanese anime or
There's
manga.
a lot of local architecture in Eastern Asian temples and
They
stuff that
say there's a
have it.
lot-
They took a symbol.
No,
they
there's a lot
flipped
of
it.
buildings in St. Louis that have it built into the
But no, there's
bricks,
a lot
and
of,
they were
like-
built in like the 1890s, like way before that.
But I
Yeah.
think what's happening
Is there a
too like, if
reference
you look
bar?
but if you look at a lot of like when they show like sometimes military with countries like for example Tanya Evil, they have a lot of German
Mhm.
influence in there. Like they have like the armbands and everything. There's a lot of that in there. So it's like a lot of that stuff. It's like not necessarily them playing off on the Nazis, but it's them doing like the whole like military gear and everything and making up all these fake countries and all that. So I wouldn't be surprised that like let's just make a symbol and then what happened is that's what it looked like and they're like, oh, we got to change this because it's not the first time that when stuff starts to go overseas
Maji
outside of
symbol.
Japan, they're like, yeah, it means something different in this country. We got to change it. Like look at Mr. Popo. You cannot market Mr. Popo anywhere from Dragon Ball Z. Does anybody remember Mr. Popo?
The black guy.
Yeah, Google that.
Yeah,
There's Piccolo. There's Piccolo, who we all accept as black, and then there's Mr. Popo.
Oh my god!
There it is.
That was worth it.
Whoa!
That was so
Okay.
worth it.
Whoa! I did not see that coming.
And that was on Toonami.
Yes.
He showed up on Toonami. It wasn't even like he came to the States and they changed his color. No, Mr. Popo was in full brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, anime was a lot wilder what they used to get away with back then. Okay, with the free cable, it was a lot wilder. Okay, I started my anime journey technically with Princess Mononoke. Great film, but graphic. And then there was other anime, which I'm not gonna say here, that was just like, whoa. I don't think my young mind should be watching this.
Say it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I don't want to be like Sebastian. You know how Sebastian gives you a list of things, and then he's just like, "Oh my god, I never wish I realized what this was." You guys ever had that happen to you?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
all the time.
Oh yes, I see it on your faces. Oh shit! Damn,
I think my
Sebastian.
first anime was Aeon Flux. Am I saying that?
Aeon
right?
Flux was good.
Aeon Flux.
Remember
Yeah.
that on MTV?
It's a good classic.
We actually have a cell of that
A Fly in
animation.
the Eye.
We actually have we have one single cell of Amplex. Art Ninja does. Yeah.
I have a single cell of the Batman and Batman Beyond animated series.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
We've got one of those, and we have one of the cells from Opposites Attract with Paul Abdul and MC.
Oh shit!
Oh, dope.
And you
That is
have
not
to.
Popo. That is
That's
Jinx. That's a
Jinx.
That's
Pokemon.
Jinx.
Jinx.
Wow,
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a racism toward him. Okay.
Come on.
Why are we showing Jinx?
Also, you know what's
So,
funny that how
again-
Jinx did look like that, but no one ever gave it a couple mind because Jinx was in nothing. They didn't evolve. They were useless in the games, and so we just went past Jinx.
I mean, you guys have heard. Well, you heard of Team 4-Star? They made a reference to Popo and Jinx. So there's that.
Oh, okay.
And who?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if Team
Popo
4-Star
Popo
made
and
a
Jinx.
reference, then you know it's bad.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was. Someone when Nicki Minaj was coming out, someone was like, Nicki Minaj has a Pokemon. I was like, oh fuck. Like, why'd you guys do that?
I don't want that smoke, so I'm gonna move this conversation on.
That's why Twitter's horrible.
Seriously,
Or
guys,
whatever it's
just
called
pick,
now.
just pick the big roast beef and just move along. Our shake machine's down. Just get over it, okay?
Oh, man.
Oh my god. So you guys are.
What is actually
Vmac.
You broke V.
Okay.
I love the voice module, by the way.
Just changed it over too.
Can you send me that app? I want to use it for tomorrow's
because we're all like huge anime nerds. Sans Pong, what would we recommend to Pong out of the stuff we're currently watching?
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer, yeah. Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan
catches up. Yeah.
I think Demon Slayer is a good introductory anime for people just looking to get into it. It's quick. There's no fillers. It's a straight story. It's good animation. It keeps it entertaining, with the exception of
Demon Slayer has animation that has no business being that good. Like they really were like,
okay, but like,
let's
how about
take the whole budget?
I'm thinking like a finished show. So if, like for me, I would go with Full Metal Brotherhood. For a finished show.
Pong, when was the last time you cried? What was the last time media has made you cry?
What was it? Oh, it was something that shouldn't have. Oh, the Dungeons and Dragons movie. There was like a sad part at the end of it, and I was like, remember I came on the
yes, okay.
Damn dare you.
I was not expecting you to say Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Yeah, I kind of gave you a look.
There was a really sweet part at the end.
I think it was when they revived her.
Yeah.
Michelle Rodriguez, huh?
Yeah.
Speaking of Dungeons and Dragons, Kat, doesn't Vmac have to play Dungeons and Dragons? We've been trying to get her to play, please.
Yes, please.
Kat, what is your character?
It's just I haven't played in a very, very long time, unless we're doing one-offs, and usually when I'm doing those, they're like a pre-made character sheets, and we're just picking. So I don't have. You want to ask what I played when I was 12? I was a half-elf mage. But that was, I'm not going to say what year that was.
Pong, I am an anime watcher of culture, unlike these uncouth people. You're going to watch Cowboy Bebop. That's what you're
I think Black Butler is a good idea if you want to watch like season 1 up until like episode 15, and then Book of Circus. If you're into kind of otherworld, well, is otherworldly a good word?
Well, I will say he doesn't do fantasy very well. So something probably
maybe
more grounded.
Maybe no. Maybe not Black Butler for you then.
So, like I actually have on the other side of this wall, I have a poster of Voltron, not the lions, the cars.
Right.
And yes. So I have seen many. I don't know if you can still call that anime. It kind of was, and then they converted into not. But okay. But I guess what I'm going with this is I saw Akira a bunch of times. I've seen Ghost in the Shell, like the older stuff, my first anime.
Armitage?
No. I think I've listed in total the amount of anime that I have consumed. Actually, that's not true. A couple episodes of, what was the one with Samuel L. Jackson?
Afro Samurai.
There you go. That's the one. I got about 3 or 4 episodes into that.
We also accept Avatar as anime.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
Yes,
we do. Time out. In this house, Avatar the Last Airbender.
It's an animated cartoon,
ever
but it's
created.
not anime. It's an animated cartoon. That's
Mike.
you're disrespecting the culture. You're literally disrespecting the culture.
That's not anime. But I fucks with it OD.
Wow.
Avatar The Last Airbender is definitely worth a watch regardless of anything. That's
what you think.
What was wrong with the blue aliens? I don't understand what's wrong.
Different Avatar.
Fuck the blue aliens.
Come out of the show.
Not what we're talking about.
Different Avatar.
The Last Airbender, best cartoon ever created. It is not an anime.
That's my favorite one. Anytime anybody mentions Airbender, I'm just like,
Okay, since you watched some of the older ones, Bleach, but not Bleach, 1,000-Year War is amazing.
Bonkers right now.
Yes.
Holy shit.
First of all, if you know any of the captains, I would tell you not to get attached. That's it.
That's a spoiler and a half, but sure.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
It's Game of Thrones right now. But
it's very Game of Thrones.
Isn't it literally called the 1,000-Year Blood War?
Yes.
I mean, like,
No, but you got to understand,
bro.
The previous seasons wasn't like this.
So like
so
everything leading up to this like arc, you're thinking like, all right, at some point they're gonna come up on top. At some point, they're gonna get their W's, and they just keep getting L's. And like even like it's not even
law. Spoiler territory.
That's not spoiling.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes, because
It's fine.
Because what you just said. Listen, think about where we're at right now, right? Think about the battles that have happened.
The only thing
and
you
how
can
we thought
skip
it was going to
is
turn out.
the bounce season. Don't even bother watching it at all.
Okay.
But
It's bonkers.
Can
It's
someone
just fucking
who doesn't watch or care for Bleach watch 1,000 Year Blood War?
Yes, 100%.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I just did because I just did not give a shit.
If you watch 1,000-Year Blood War, you'll get enough of like the premise of what's going on, and
Right.
like I think the first 2 episodes catch you up anyways on like prior stuff.
Pretty
It
much.
starts off slow.
Do
It
you
starts
like
off old school.
gory shoot 'em up kind of stuff? Because maybe you'd like Black Lagoon.
Oh, Black Lagoon's a good one too.
Classic.
It's not
Hit Monkey
fantasy.
was good.
Hit Monkey.
Did
That
you
was
guys see Hit Monkey?
that was the one on
that was on
Hulu.
Hulu.
I
That was on
didn't
Hulu.
watch it, but
Oh,
I've been meaning
yeah.
to.
It's
That
actually
It was
pretty
really good.
It was really good.
I like that.
Also, is that an anime actually?
I don't know.
It's a Marvel. It's a Marvel cartoon.
Also,
on Hulu.
it's
Yeah.
I have to
I
look
mean,
that up now.
if you
Hold
want
on.
I don't
something,
think
if
that's
you
an
want
anime.
if you want an anime that really was like felt like a Game of Thrones-ish, if it was done by the creator of Game of Thrones, Akami got killed.
I
That was
thought
really
he didn't
good.
like fantasy.
It takes place a little bit in that fantasy realm, but at the same time, it's pretty well
Seabass
written.
giving
I love
suggestions
it.
that he's not gonna like. Okay, it's all right.
Akami got killed is really
Wait,
good.
Pong,
It
did you-
actually
did
has
you
a
watch,
beginning, middle, and end.
Hold on. Pong, did you watch Castlevania on Netflix?
It's not
I did.
anime.
So
Did you
good.
enjoy it?
I did.
Watch
Good.
Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust.
Yo,
There you go.
fan.
That's another good one.
You know
Dave.
what?
I
That
cannot
was
wait for the
assertive.
new
That
one.
was assertive. That one you should write down.
Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust in English isn't fucking credible.
Yeah.
You watch
It's-
anime in English?
Okay, yo, I
Okay,
need you
can
to
we have
stop.
this discussion?
We're not
I
doing
need
this.
you to stop.
First of all, I'm hearing impaired. Okay, so
Okay.
I gotta watch it with captions anyway.
I watch anything on any of the shit that's legit from across the seas. I will watch in Japanese, but Vampire Hunter D has solid
I watch
voice
it with both.
acting.
Yeah, like for me,
Right, yeah.
1,000-Year Blood War, I'm watching in English because I watched the original in English.
As someone who is bilingual and has listened to, well, I have watched like the subtitle stuff where it's in their native language, and then you have like the subtitles and also like the English dub. They're both trash. So whichever one works better for you, I'm not going to be like, I don't know if classist is the right word for it, but I'm not going to give you a hard time about how you prefer to watch it, because I personally cannot just sit and watch TV anymore. I'm always doing something else. And so my eyes are not focused on the screen. So I can't always do things with subtitles, even though I always have the subtitles on, regardless of what language it's portraying.
You know, sometimes the
I,
audio
I
is
have
trash.
subtitles on all the time.
Yeah, I have seen enough Portuguese things where I'm reading the subtitles and I'm like, that is not what they said, to know that regardless, it's going to be off. So just whatever works for you. So I'm going to give everybody a pass.
My
If it's
ADHD
bacon,
ass, some stuff just needs to be in English because I'm just like, I don't have the attention span. Some stuff I will sit my ass down and be like, all right, I'm going to watch it in subs and I'll like be okay. But I need to be doing something.
Well, like a lot of us during the pandemic, when we were working from home, I'd have something playing on the laptop while I was working, but I can't watch it while I'm working. So I'm just listening and like glancing every once in a while. So I would have lost way too much if I had just done. Although I do think that the voice work is better when you're watching it in the original language that it was made in. I do find a lot of times when you listen to English dubbing, the voices, especially like the passion, doesn't match what we're seeing on the screen. But if we're going for word translation, they're both not great. So
Did you guys ever see or remember the dub version when Rumble in the Bronx came out?
well, just like the dub of any of like those samurai movies.
No, this was Jackie Chan.
No, I know,
And
but
the
I'm just
movie
saying
was-
like in general.
Yeah,
the movie
it
was-
was a very rough dub.
It was a dub, and I was
Was
like,
going on, Rich?
how they make the black aunt sound like Miss Piggy?
I mean, back then though, like even I would say now we're in a really good age for English dub. I think with the current big three. because back when we were growing up, our big three like Naruto, Bleach, and I think there was whatever the other one was. The English for Naruto was terrible.
Yeah, well,
Dragon
have
Ball.
you tried to go back and watch the original He-Man series or G.I. Joe?
Oh God.
Oh
And
yeah,
their voices are just like, as soon as Cringer started speaking, I was like, oh no,
no.
backing right the fuck out of that. No.
It's cringy.
When we were
Oh, man.
kids, the threshold was much lower. We're spoiled now. So,
Mhm.
Anyone who got a pass was Optimus and Megatron. And
oh, for
Starscream.
sure, for sure. I got a chance to
You know,
see
like
him do it in front of me, and there was not a dry eye in the room. Like we
You
all
met
just,
Peter Cullen?
I did.
That's awesome.
Nice.
That's so cool.
I can't wait for him and fucking Invincible, man. Oh, it's so good.
It's so good.
They need to drop the goddamn season already. I'm tired of waiting.
It's happening.
Right.
Well, you only get 4
Coming
episodes,
soon.
so get like.
Only
know.
4 episodes.
I know.
We've
That's why
spoken about this.
Well, I did not know 4 episodes.
It's an 8-episode season. We're getting the first 4 in 2023 and the next 4 in
they're pulling
2024.
an Attack on Titan. Like,
And no. You
No.
can't.
Nothing is as bad as Attack on Titan.
They're
You know
lying
what?
to us.
Fun fact. I think we're finally finishing Attack on Titan soon.
When?
It's
Yes, we
happening.
are very soon.
The one episode.
When my kid graduates college.
No,
Bro.
that's when Game of Thrones, the last books will come out.
You're right. Mr. Martin will finally decide to finish it.
Right. Eventually.
Nah, man. 4 episodes, and then they're gonna make us wait. Oh, that's some.
But
BS.
Kirkman did say that the wait between season 2 and season 3 will not be as long as the wait from season 1 to season 2. He has confirmed that. I just don't know how many seasons we're getting because it's just going to get wild.
It seems like
Yeah.
he's like it's not as long. It's just a day.
I don't
earlier.
trust any of them. When
Right.
They give us dates.
Right.
But then again, actor
Especially
strikes.
right
So who the
now.
fuck knows?
Right. Everything is going to be
everything
delayed.
just got backed up. Dune got backed up.
Yeah.
All the
Dune.
Marvel stuff. Yeah,
Dune
Dune.
got moved from November to pretty much.
Which they
March.
should have
This
just
month?
filmed it all at once, like they did Lord of the Rings. I don't know what they were thinking.
Oh, he didn't. There's a reason for that. He
not a good one.
Dennis didn't think they would have greenlit the second one.
That's
Oh.
not a good reason.
Like,
There's
that's
no way
the-
they wouldn't have greenlit.
Well,
Do you know
I
how
don't-
long people have been waiting for that? I mean,
know,
you
but
know, I'm preaching to the choir right now, but I'm just saying, like, that was not.
He
I've
did
been
the
reading
first
the
one.
series.
He was
and-
dumb for that.
Yeah. He was dumb for that. Right?
He was doing the first one. He was like, he's gonna make it as faithful as possible, and he was hoping that they would greenlight the second one, and then he's hoping to do the second book, but as
Yeah.
a
Messiah.
whole movie.
They needed like Peter Jackson faith,
Yeah.
and like James Cameron
I
for
know,
the
but
Titanic.
Peter
faith.
Jackson,
like
Peter Jackson had balls though. There's stories of Peter
I
Jackson
hear he still does.
yelling back at
Unless there was an accident that I'm
Unless
unaware
there's
of.
an
Yeah.
accident. You're right. You're
I
right.
think they would have kept that
Um,
hush hush. But go on. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
a good
God,
point.
he was the big producer. Oh, Weinstein before all that crazy shit, and he rots in
Mhm.
hell and dies in prison.
Go
But
show.
there were like legit episodes or legit instances of Weinstein coming up to him and being like, "Yo, we're over budget," and Peter Jackson just going off on him like, "We're not fucking. We're gonna do the movie. We're gonna do."
Yeah. You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it right. I think
Yeah.
that when you're doing a sweeping, beautiful cinematic masterpiece, you have to. I think that they're gonna have like continuity issues, and it is going to affect the overall theme, or it's going to cost even more money now to try to get it to match up as
Yeah.
perfectly, like, especially now that we're getting
Especially
a
the
gap
time
in years.
between. Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
people are aging.
Yep.
Life happens. This was
Well-
a risk that didn't need to be taken.
I mean, with where
Well
the
done,
books
Hugo.
go, there's a
Yes,
big
Hugo, I was
time
there.
jump.
And then we had
Don't
another
speak, don't speak to me about the old,
and then
don't
we
speak to
had-
me of the old magics.
and then-
I was there when
I was
it-
And then as a counterpoint, I guess you're assuming for Dune, I think the last were the movies that were on Sci-Fi. Those were the last live adaptations we had of.
I never saw those. I'm reading the books currently. I'm on book 3 now, Children of the Dune. And it's
I heard God King Dune is fucking nuts. And
I read the
I'm
books
not
in
up there yet.
7th grade, and then I watched the movie
Damn.
with Sting, and I was like, there is so much talking in his head going on. And I don't remember that much talking in his head happening in the book. So I was very excited for the film to come out, especially since it looked and there are things like I wasn't expecting it to be
Exactly the same.
source material perfection, but I was expecting it to be visually beautiful, and it absolutely was.
Yeah.
It did not feel as long as it was. So I was very much hoping that they had filmed everything at once and we were going to be getting like these, these pieces, and finding out that they didn't, I was like,
God damn it. But but I mean it's
Right.
it's kind of good that we're starting to see doing the way that they did now, and that it has the success that it has right now, because it's something that's outside of the Star Trek, Star Wars. It's something that's new with sci-fi, but it also brings me to this point of a possible new episodic sci-fi that we're looking at is Rebel Moon, which is being done by Zack Snyder, which is him just pretty much just being given a blank check by Netflix. So I mean, what are our thoughts with this coming up?
Wait, I want to know why Toad's laughing.
Because
did like a Scooby
the reason
Doo laugh.
the reason why I'm laughing is because every time we talk about Mr. Snyder,
Mike says Martha.
Law is like, I can't with this man anymore. And like with and like for what it's worth, Snyder is a visual artist, and like you give him, I don't know when it comes, I don't know what his fucking original content. You give that man a comic book and you tell him to adapt it, he does it. 300, Watchmen at the time, because they weren't confident in the squid, so they used the machine called the squid. Like visually, the man can adapt.
That's what I'm saying. Visually, his stuff is beautiful.
Netflix gave him a blank check, but Netflix also doesn't give a shit, and they're just everyone's gonna fucking watch it. Everyone's gonna watch it.
Did anyone watch? Oh, is it Army of the Dead?
I did. I enjoyed it.
Seabass
I enjoyed it.
There's a sequel and a prequel.
It's Seabass.
Well, they're
making a sequel. They did a prequel.
Prequel is
before
Army
the
of
zombies.
The prequel is Army of Thieves.
I am super confused.
I mean, I'm not even gonna try to learn.
We're talking about the zombie movie that was with Dave Bautista. That was on Netflix.
Yeah.
That felt like a 7-year-old was telling the story. Like, and they're gonna have like lasers and like
that he enjoyed.
And tigers.
I did enjoy
it because you want to know what it is.
It was fun.
I didn't hate it. I did enjoy it, but that story, it was
supposed to be ridiculous. Go Pong.
So this is the thing. This is an area where I think Val and I may agree more in general, right? I don't mind watching a movie that isn't good. I don't mind watching Morbius. Morbius. There you go. I don't mind watching Morbius.
I do.
It was that's fine, and that's fine. That's totally fine. 100% valid.
Okay.
No, hell no. I'm going to the theater. I want.
You're going to the theater. You're spending money. Get this man out of here. Get this man
right now.
You are making
I
bad
spend
life
money to
decisions.
watch Morbius. If it's a Marvel movie, anything related to Marvel, I'm spending money to go watch it. Absolutely.
Here's what I'm paying for when I go to the movie. Okay, what I'm paying for when I go to the movie is I want some explosions. I want to be entertained for 90 minutes. I want there to be things zipping through the air. I want to see things that I can't see outside.
Facts.
If I see that, I'm okay. And if it interacts with some other stuff that I've seen, even terribly, like that post-credit stinger after Morbius, even that, I'm still here for it because it's involved in things that I'm involved with. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, I know what that is. This relates to it, and it'll probably come up again maybe 5 years from now, but at least I've done my homework. I've eaten my vegetables. Okay, now I can enjoy the other thing, right?
I actually agree with the two of you. For me, and Mayhem can attest to this, my favorite sci-fi is bad sci-fi. Like, give me Trolls. Give me Velocipaster, which I still haven't.
That's Seabass's world.
But yes, so it doesn't have to make sense, and it doesn't even have to be particularly good for me to enjoy it. I'm here for the spectacle of it all.
Well, I mean,
but that being said, that particular movie literally was a 7-year-old's fever dream. And I don't hate that. No, the zombie Zack Snyder zombie film.
It was a fun zombie flick because all it was just a mindless zombie flick. It checked off the boxes. It had just your random group of characters that you know are gonna die in a zombie flick. So you have your various different cool people that do cool shit, other people who do the sneaky shit that to portray their people. Because it's like, how can you make yourself stand out different from all the zombie flicks that are out there? And I think it did its job because like Zack Snyder, I think he did what was it, the one with the mall, or was it James the remake, Dawn of the Dead? but it's like this was it was fun. It was just it felt like it was ripped from a video game. Army of Thieves was pretty interesting because they took the story of the safecracker, so you actually got to meet the safecracker before he went on this job and why he was hired to go on this job.
Oh,
so it
wait,
was about
I
his
saw
story.
a clip from that because there was like wasn't that like a competition of thieves or whatever the case is, and he was like there all cool and suave, waiting. He like, oh yeah, take your time, and then cracked it in like 5 seconds.
So it showed his story of why they recruited him to go on this job to crack this safe. So it actually leans into that story to give you his backstory. So it was, and that was fun too. Like it was a fun movie.
That we get movies like Dark Water. Okay, we get horrible movies.
No.
And look.
No. I would tell you it's horrible.
I'll take your Dark Water.
I will tell you it's horrible. No, you won't.
I'll take your Dark Water, throw it in the trash, and I'll raise you out. Please give us back Pirates of the Dark Water. That was amazing.
Yes, I said that 2 weeks ago. I said that exact same thing. Listen, when it comes to movies, right? There's a reason why Hood Release lives on. Okay, there's a reason why Hood Release existed. You may have known it as in New York, it was a Chinese woman with $5 DVDs. You know what I'm saying? And she had the hookup. You bought it. You either bought it because one, you saw the movie, it was great, and you wanted a copy of it before you got the original.
This is on Netflix. You don't need a Hood Release if it's on Netflix.
What's on Netflix? Excuse me.
That the Army of the Dead, the Army of the Thieves. That's on Netflix.
Okay,
It wasn't released in theaters.
But I have to pay for it. I have to pay for Netflix.
You're already paying for Netflix. Are you not paying for Netflix?
Whoa. Some people, let's get it right, Sebastian. Netflix lost a lot of people this year. Okay,
Here you go.
Netflix lost a lot of people this year. Hence why Hood Release still exists. Okay, whether it be the DVD, whether it be an actual link. Listen, we all had the red button cable box. Come on,
right? No.
I remember Showbox, and then the FBI killed it.
There were so many other things.
Sad day.
Remember Pirate Bay? Oh my god!
One bad movie this year. Right. I can't get past the first few minutes of Cocaine Bear. That was horrible.
Okay, and we're not talking about Cocaine Bear, but I will say this: we're going back to Rebel Moon very quickly.
Although the Meg and the Meg 2 were fun.
I need to watch the Meg 2. I do want to watch the Meg 2. But if you don't know, Rebel Moon is a two-parter. Is a two-parter movie.
Of course it is, because he doesn't know how to keep it contained to one fucking movie.
Wait, we are getting Rebel Moon Part 1, December 22nd, and we are getting Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scargiver, on April 19th, 2024.
Scargiver.
So,
you know what? I want to actually have kind of like a serious conversation about certain series that have lost theme. For instance, like you talked about zombie movies. There's so many zombie movies, right? Mm. How do you distinguish zombie movies nowadays from what's already been put out there? Right?
Hold on.
I just don't watch them.
Meth Koala.
That's a sequel to Cocaine Bear.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I gotta watch that shit.
I would watch that.
You shoot a koala 5 times, and it just takes it like a champ.
Well, the problem with koalas is they always get away with murder because they eat shoots and leaves.
This happened.
I'll see myself.
This happened today.
I'll leave.
What is happening right now?
Sebastian needs to go in a corner. Okay, no, separate corners.
All right, go ahead, Mike. What's your serious take on zombie movies?
I don't know if I can follow that shit now. Let's be real. Like, what the fuck? Okay.
Are you though?
Everybody, I'm really sorry about what I did. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
I do watch that soundboard.
Happening right now.
I'm mad that I got that reference.
Oh my god!
Send me that link.
Jesus.
I'm gonna attempt it again, and if it doesn't work out, then I'm just gonna leave it alone. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's a show. I would say I think purposely the first of the movies of the series is probably like the best we'll get, and I think Hollywood to some extent doesn't make it as good when it comes to other movies. And what I'm talking about is like something new or something kind of like realistic that makes sense. When I think of zombie movies, I think the best one for me would be like 28 Days and 28 Weeks Later. Although how it began in certain parts of the movie is just like I can see it, but it's a little bit of a stretch. You think of some of the other movies, and it's just like zombie movies, and it's just like, what are we doing here? Like, why would you even bother putting yourself here? Yes, there has to be a kind of like a fantasy line of it, but it at some point it gets lost. Aliens, I love the Alien franchise, and I especially love that Marvel took it over. And in the comics, they're killing it, as far as I know.
Rich suggested an angel dust gator.
I feel like everybody sleeps on the emu as a predator, and I feel like that running
The
at you
emu
with
would
the beak
be
going wild,
freaking
I hate
psycho.
emu so much.
right?
Emus are the worst.
PCP.
They're the worst.
Did emus win a war against New Zealand like
It wouldn't
twice?
surprise me.
Hold on, I'm not even joking.
I mean,
I think it's New Zealand went to war with emus twice and lost.
I mean,
As-
if
that
you,
checks out for
if
me,
you really
whether
want to talk
it's or
something,
not.
if you really want to talk something about combining animals with something, I mean, there is a movie called Black Sheep, and it is about zombie sheep.
The Emu War, also known as the Great Emu War, was a
The fact that
versus
you know
wild.
that.
That's great. Oh yes,
I love that
No.
that's in your mental Rolodex.
I have a lot of them. This is one of my
That's
favorites, though.
fantastic.
They lost.
There used to be
emus.
an exotic animal zoo here in Vegas, and we went up there. I took Art Ninja there to go meet a sloth, and it was freaking adorable and it was wonderful. But they also had an emu, and that thing is the worst. It was in a pen with other animals, and I kept trying to feed the other animals, and all of a sudden this stupid head just comes over and grabs whatever I was trying to give it. And they were like,
That's
"Make sure
so
you open your
aggressive.
hand, because if you hold it in your fingers, you're going to lose a finger." I was like,
Isn't that nice?
Jesus. What kind of
Yeah.
While
Yeah,
the
they're
emu,
so aggressive for no reason. It's not my
while the
fault you
emu
can't fly.
is aggressive, apparently, what is a really nice bird to humans, but looks fucking terrifying. Look up a shoebill stork.
Oh, a shoebill.
No,
Yeah.
no, thank
Those shits are nightmare fuel. I refuse to believe those shits aren't supposed to be saved into Satan's drafts. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. They look evil as hell.
Oh.
They're actually
They are fucking murder fucking they're murder demons. I do not believe that they're
Murder
nice.
demons.
They are
Tastes good.
nice to humans? Bullshit.
It probably like really tastes good. Like
That's some
who-
serious
who-
RBF.
It really tastes.
Oh, speaking of,
Oh, you're looking at it, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of New Zealand, Black Sheep is a New Zealand zombie movie.
Tone, do you have something, please? Just lob us, because we're going back from Black Sheep.
Zombie
Sorry,
I
movies.
have no idea.
Zombie
Zombie Black
things in
Sheep.
general to me are just a game of Temple Run.
Fentanyl emu?
But I
A
do love
game
Dawn
of
of the Dead.
Temple Run.
Yeah,
That's
there's
hilarious.
no winning. There's no winning when you're
Yeah.
like they all like Dawn of the Dead, the remake. They finally get onto that boat and onto that island only for there to be zombies there at the end. So you did all that. I expended all of that energy. I ran.
I will
ran.
offer
For
you
no
that Shaun of the
reason.
Dead. That Shaun of the Dead is a very good.
It's the best
Zombie-
zombie,
yeah.
movie
Yeah,
out there.
It's a good one. It's up there. It's up there with good
It's
ones.
definitely very high up there.
The
for sure.
Cornetto trilogy is something that I play every year with cornettos or the American version.
See, because
I mean,
Mhm.
I just I'm a big huge like zombie movie fan because I just love like different zombie movies, whether they be bad
I
or
think
good.
you watch everything and you think everything
I
is good.
do, but zombie movies just have a special place in my heart, whether they're bad or good.
No,
It's just-
Sebastian, you need boundaries. You need
Fair enough.
standards.
Black Sheep, get 'em.
You have Night of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead.
He is
you
a
have Night of
grown
the
man.
Living
Let
Dead.
him watch his Temple
It's
Run
not
movie.
so much that he needs.
don't
It's
you
not so
encourage
much that he
behavior.
needs boundaries.
Listen,
We need to set boundaries, and he needs to respect those boundaries. He needs standards.
I have standards.
Oh,
I have standards.
they're
And I
just
cut it at-
very low.
I cut
They're
it at
just very, very
I cut it
low.
at
Very
Cocaine
low.
Bear.
They're
Sir,
like one bar.
I will watch Tack for Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Sir, you willingly watched what was it? Blood War, whatever the hell that fucking thing was from The Witcher. Blood something.
Oh, the
Let's
4-episode travesty.
That was for a review.
So who's review?
review.
We
No,
were talking about that shit.
Watch this. Because I watched it, I already saw where the storytelling was going for the last Witcher season.
fuck.
Because I exactly
You know what I
wanna
wanna know?
Fucking
You know what I wanna
Nostradamus
know,
over here. You
Sebastian, Sebastian, you are a creator. You are a husband. You are a dad, a doggy dad. How do you find so much time to watch this garbage?
I don't know because we tell him to watch good shit. He don't do it.
I watch a lot of shit.
Yes, more shit than good. Sir.
I can't speak on that because I will recommend Velocipaster to anyone that has an Amazon account.
I am gonna watch
Velocipaster.
I feel like Velocipaster is such a bonkers time and title that, like, I get it. I respect that.
I'll watch
one of those. Yeah, I
that's
gotta watch
different.
it.
But like
Let's
watching
see.
a super campy, stupid thing like that, is fun.
It is very super campy and super stupid, and that's what I love about it.
Yeah.
But
It
Sebastian
knows
does this all the
exactly what
time.
it is.
That's
and
fine.
It's leaning into it.
The Witcher 4 episode travesty was garbage, but
So it was
it was
unintentionally.
gourmet.
Listen.
Garbage.
I was
I
already
got you.
halfway.
There is a distinct difference.
There's
I
a
was
big
already-
difference.
I
Yes.
was already halfway through, so I was fully committed.
Oh
and I was
my
like,
God,
it's only
bro.
4
How did
episodes.
you get halfway
Bro.
through all of these
Wait,
episodes?
You go coming in hot.
What do you want? Build it up there, Lego Black.
Dude,
Yo.
that Witcher shit came out,
Oh
and
my
every
God.
review site gave it bomb, and you were like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a
gonna
chance.
watch it.
I'm gonna give. I'm gonna give time of my life that I'm never gonna get back.
You
I
know,
don't regret it. I don't
I'm gonna
regret it.
catch
I
something
still-
they did. I'm
it
gonna
was
find
still-
this gem. I'm like, no,
It
Right.
was still better than
He's like-
the
it was-
Bear that I
it
turned
was
off.
peer reviewed. And they all said it was garbage.
So why did we watch the Resident Evil with fucking Blade's brother butter knife?
I had faith in it in the beginning.
Why?
And
Why?
then slowly but surely, because I was like, I watched a bunch of zombie stuff, and I was just,
I'm sorry,
I had
but
hope.
like, there is
I had
nothing
hope.
that has been released
then
live
it just-
action for Resident Evil to give you faith that this next try was
what?
gonna be worth it.
Tone
Listen,
is
when we
spinning.
when
Tone
we
is
got
spinning.
when we got butter knife in there instead of Blade, it was just like, and it was Lance Riddick too, so I was just like giving him.
I think I met Butter Knife at Colorado Con, believe it or not. I think I have a picture I could send you guys. I'm dead serious. Like I think I
No,
met
look
him.
up
Yo,
look
you
up
go
Lance
committed
look
hot.
up Lance
Another one.
Riddick. Look up Lance Riddick's Wesker.
Seabass's intervention. I've been thinking that for the last 20 minutes. Yes.
No. We're not gonna do that. This man passed away. He's a legend. Don't look up some. Don't look up the Blade duplicate that he had to unfortunately play. All right.
Who's the legend? Seabass is the
God.
legend?
I'm lost.
No,
Me
we're talking
too.
about Lance Riddick. Lance Riddick played Wesker in
Oh,
I know.
fucking the Resident Evil. and it was
Look
awful.
up Lance Riddick
Yeah.
Wesker.
No, I don't. Want
No, don't.
to. I'm not going to. I'm.
We don't-
I don't listen to.
That's not the memory we need to have.
Oh, I didn't know he passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lance
Yeah.
Riddick.
Yeah, he was in the John Wick. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was John Wick.
Yeah.
He was Zavala. So many things.
And so many things.
I mean, we had a lot of great adaptations and everything.
He was
Mario movie.
he was the store manager for Toys R Me. Like it's fantastic.
He was the dad. He was played Thomas Wayne in Batman Unburied,
Mm,
which was great.
Mhm.
that was very good.
Back in March. Huh.
Yeah.
This is, I mean, it's
Also,
easy to get-
if you like Batman Unburied, you should check out the Harley Quinn one with
I already
Christina
started
Ricci.
Harley Quinn.
Oh, so good.
Started it. Yep.
She's really good as
Yeah.
Harley Quinn.
So, I mean, we can always give a good recommendation. Do you guys have any bad
Who
recommendations?
is we?
I mean, come on.
What do you
Speaking a
mean?
lot of
Why?
facts on this,
Jeez,
Sebastian.
let's
Do you
go
have
with
any
cheesy-
bad recommendations?
let's
No,
go with
thank
cheesy
you.
fantasy.
I have a bad recommendation. Go ahead. Listen to whatever Seabass has to tell you. There you go.
Yeah.
That's
There
That's not nice.
All right.
Finish the truth.
we gotta watch a campy movie
All right.
every once in a while.
We
There's a
don't have
difference.
to.
No.
The thing
There's
is
a
that
difference. Campy movies are different than garbage.
Like
there's a difference.
heavyweights is like the campiest of camp movies, but it is a classic, and I will watch that every goddamn day.
How about Birdemic?
Birdemic.
Have you ever seen? Oh, you've never seen Birdemic?
I've
Oh,
never heard of a bird.
lot of
I think I have.
It's like in the same area as like The Room. It's one of those like
Okay.
they set out to make a good movie, but they did not make a good movie.
Actually, I don't think I watched it. I think I listened to a podcast about it. That how did this get made? Where they
Yeah.
Yes.
that's not a
Yes.
good sign.
It's terrible. And it's wonderfully terrible. It's like the kind of terrible you could sit around and have a whole Mystery Science Theater 3000 with it.
Those are
Put it
or
on
fun.
Rip
and then
Tracks,
look for it.
also another fantastic show.
Yep.
Like Voyage of the Rock Aliens, I think it was, which
Haven't seen that
opens
one.
with Oh,
No, it's okay.
probably shouldn't, but you should.
Okay.
I think it's on Pluto, which is an indicator
pass
to
on
what
that
it is.
one,
What's it called again?
Voyage of the Rock Aliens.
Voyage of the. Now I gotta write that down. All right.
I haven't even seen this movie.
Also,
but
has
I'm putting it on
anyone
the list.
going back to Heavyweights? Has anyone heard the theory that Ben Stiller's character from Heavyweights is Dwight from fucking Dodgeball? No, his character from Heavyweights went to like the psych ward, got out, got through rehab or whatever the case is, and then he became Dwight Goodman of Global Gym. Like
White
Goodman. There you go.
I mean, it's literally the same character, so that checks
It's
out.
a great theory. Also, with that, Dodgeball 2 is apparently greenlit.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know if I want it, but we're gonna get it.
I want it because I love the original Dodgeball, but like every sequel to those kinds of comedies, Zoolander, Anchorman, just sucked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have a feeling.
However, I will always endorse Alan Tudyk getting a paycheck. So
that's true.
Facts.
Yeah, I think a Tropic Thunder 2 would work because they would lean into the sequelness of it.
Oh,
I don't think Tropic Thunder would work in today's world climate.
Yeah, that part.
I don't think it will work only because I don't think they could pull it off. I think it was one of those once in a lifetime kind of comedic films.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
Just give me Tom Cruise in a fat suit dancing again. This is just fucking hilarious.
You need everybody. for that movie to work. You need everyone.
It won't work in today's world.
Well, you don't have to have Robert Downey Jr. playing that character. You don't have to,
because he got the surgery redone.
Yeah.
He's back to being an Australian white guy. Like that's fine. He does.
And there's plenty of new movie tropes that have developed since 2008 or something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's been plenty of new things for them to make fun of. I mean, shoot, there's a whole Marvel universe that wasn't even a thing when Tropic Thunder came out.
Also, the odds of like him being at the lowest of his career, getting Tropic Thunder and fucking Iron Man within the same year, and everyone's just like
killing
Robert Downey Jr. Renaissance, and he potentially could be winning an Academy Award this year too. So we'll see.
Oppenheimer. If you haven't watched Wonder Woman 1984, that's a bad recommendation.
Okay, good. Yes.
A random thing I just saw: Jedi Junkies. Apparently, an actual thing. That seems like a bad recommendation. You see what I'm saying, Sebastian? You see what I'm saying? Okay. Okay. Love you.
Thank you, Mike. Because I don't know why we need to recommend bad stuff.
Ooh, hold on. This was a great fucking movie. Tucker and Dale versus Evil. If you have not watched that movie, holy shit, is it a fucking good time.
Okay.
Nice.
They're just killing a bunch of people by accident.
Don't give away the fucking plot, kid.
I mean, that's
the preview
in the before the credits even start. So
okay, that's fair.
Like you watch 30 seconds of the film, it's spoiled. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, but it's funny though the way things happen. It's I don't. Campy movies are fun. I mean, when you watch them, just like the good popcorn flicks and everything. Campy as was it Killer Clowns from Outer Space? Then you had Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, which had a sequel and a cartoon series.
Yes.
And then what's funny is that we're getting a remake of Toxic Avenger, where Peter Dinklage is going to play Toxie.
Yep. Yep. You know what?
I'm still wrapping my head around the fact that I got to do set photography for them. Like it's just it is the most random of resume things. Like you work with Trauma. Are they as weird as you think they are? Yeah. It's a very I love every last one of them, but it was a fucking fever dream of an experience.
Wow. I didn't know you worked for them. That's cool.
Yeah, I did set photography for them for like a week at like the beginning of the pandemic. Like literally like the week I got back from Dominica, they were like, "Hey, you want to do set photography? Cool." I did a week there in like early to mid-January. And then
the world exploded.
The world exploded essentially.
Yeah.
Hot take. Wow. I miss the pandemic a little bit. Just like I don't miss the people dying, obviously, and getting sick.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm saying because I don't, they'll take this clip and then run with it. But like the traffic,
it was so great.
Let me tell you something, okay? I went to Virginia. I went to, what did I go to Virginia? My friend lived in Virginia.
Mike, before you start talking about driving, did you fix that seatbelt in the back of the car?
First of all, I don't even have the same car, so you're out of line.
Who's a father?
And you're out of pocket. Okay?
There's no way. There's no way he's keeping that car.
Right?
right.
Lucky I don't have.
I heard stories of Mayhem's driving, but now he's a father, so they're not relevant anymore.
You're lucky I don't have my dad piece my daughter painted for me, which was really for me. I did it myself. Anyway, she's only 2. Virginia is a 6, depending on where you're going. It's about from New York is 6.5 hours. We did it in 3. We did it in 3. And wow. We for food. I miss it. I don't know why these people bought so many cars. I don't know why are we driving. It doesn't make any sense. I miss
so many bodies on the road, man.
There's no reason. And then you know what? Not for nothing. Working from home makes sense.
Get that of a 9 and 11-year-old. I do not miss the pandemic.
Yo,
you know what? I'm sorry.
It was rough. In those Parkchester apartments with them 2 fucking
I'm sure. The minute you had them space, you space, game done changed.
We're like, we like going to Jersey. Getting the fuck out of here.
Getting the fuck out of Dodge for real.
Getting the fuck out of this state, man. They ain't coming back. Unless for dinner, I ain't coming back.
So Pong, what do you got in the show this week? Coming up on Friday.
You with your bootleg Legos. What is this? A self-promotion? Are you fucking kidding me?
I mean, you could have just done that. Like, hey, Pong, tell us about this Friday.
Yo.
Hold on.
It's the transition for me, bro. It's the transition for me.
Yeah.
Yo.
Tone, I want to bring
Cat's
back
like,
a time.
guys are mean.
I want to bring back a time when you and I used to go back.
I feel like
about your facial decision, okay?
I feel like
Mayhem
brings it wherever he goes. Like I feel like this would not be going the way that it was if he wasn't here.
Oh no. It would have gone that way. Yeah.
If we had a set topic, it would have probably gotten a little bit curved, but it still would have happened.
Yeah.
I just want to say I've moved past that tone, okay? But that energy that I used to have, that's you right now, okay? That is you. And you made me rethink some choices in my life.
Damn.
Yo.
If anybody knows, you know. I'm not gonna go into it, so we've grown up, okay? But
it's about me this Friday, yeah.
It was just a transition and everything. Like, what are we gonna talk about? I know me.
Yeah. Pong is always doing stuff on his show.
Oh my god.
Putting together
not
a
wrong.
nuts.
oh my god. I'm crying and I'm lying. Tell us about you.
Wow.
Oh my god.
We broke low.
Shit.
Why are you like this? Why are you like this?
I'd be happy to tell you about this coming Friday. If you like.
I'm gonna have to put myself on mute.
Go right ahead.
So this coming Friday, it's going to be pretty much the same as every other Friday at twitch.tv/SinShop. It's right down there. I got it right the first time, kind of, sort of. But yeah, so we're going to be working on some projects there, and from what I understand, some individual, a particular individual, is going to be bringing the most janky ass bootleg Batmobile.
That guy sounds like an a-hole.
No, he's fine. He's fine. It's just silly. It's just silly. You could have got a real Bat something. Right. And I've been hyping this up actually for 2 weeks now. because I let them know. I was like, he will be, and Hugo can attest to this. He will be trolled. He will 100% be trolled the entire time he is building Blatman. Blatman, whose secret identity is, of course, Blue Vein. I don't know why you would go to buy a Batmobile that isn't a Batmobile. Why would you? Why?
You're
gonna put it. Here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna put in all this work.
He went out of his way.
Yeah, you're putting in all this work in public. One, so that I can make fun of you for at least 2 hours, and then two,
well, it lives on the internet, so it's a gift that forever keeps on giving.
But more than that, he's going to have a thing that's going to collect dust on his shelf for the next 20 years.
It's
called, sucks.
It's called the No Bat Sports Car.
The No Bat Sports Car. That's worse than the stupid name I came up with. And I didn't even think about that. Here's what happened. Someone said No Bat Sports Car. Then someone else had to type it into the computer to do the graphics. Then someone else had to print that.
Someone had to approve that. Before even all that happened, someone had to approve all of that.
You know, they have a whole website too with even like fake Star Wars Legos.
Why? Why?
For the poor kids.
For the
hold on.
Now I feel bad.
Let me bring this back up.
Sorry.
Guys, the name of
this is coming from a girl that had the dollar store Barbie that only had the hair at the top of the head. So if you try to put her hair up in a ponytail, it was bald.
That's just Angelica's doll from Rugrats.
It's so good. I had the Chinatown
undercut.
ripoff of the Power Rangers movie Zords. Okay, it's all good. You know, no, they didn't even come in a box. They came in that long cardboard sheet with the plastic over it that you had to rip off.
Yeah, it was great. Great times.
Just for those of you playing the home game,
we're all adults now, and adults aren't in the need to do that.
Oh, he's
right,
showing you. He's showing you his Echo One.
I had the off-brand frosted flakes.
You have grown people money.
Yeah.
Just so you guys are aware. Just so you guys are aware,
we have food at home of you.
We're in the middle of Seabass's intervention.
Yeah,
it's apparently not going well.
For a split second there, I thought it was going to go well. Intervention. I was like, wait, crap, am I punching down? Shit. Oh, good. We're back on it. All right, good.
Submission move, you know?
Mike, Kat, what do you guys got on tomorrow? What's going on the 4-letter nerd?
I have no idea. Do you know?
So tomorrow on the 4-letter nerd, we're going to speak about the Colorado experience, Colorado Comic Con, which was amazing for me to be behind the scenes. A big shout out to everybody there. We're also going to probably be talking about randomness as well. If we have enough people, maybe we'll talk about Ahsoka, because I would love to big up Ahsoka. And I just randomly thought, like, is X-Men showing yet? Is X-Men on Disney Plus? Because I
93,
93,
yeah. 97. They backed it.
The old ones is on it, but not the new ones.
Not the new ones. Okay. There's a meme that came out that Morph is an idiot because he out here, when the Sentinel came to kill Wolverine, he pushed Wolverine out the way and died for it when Wolverine can't die. And it wasn't until I saw that meme that I thought, holy stuff, that's right. That doesn't make any sense. Like, Wolverine can't die easily. Why would you push him out of the way? But the great character development of Morph was amazing. Like when he came back,
Mr. Sinister.
Yeah,
that was lit. It's been a while since I watched that, but it's so worth it. So worth it.
And then to stay at Rogue, because she was out here thinging. That's always
see, they should have made Rogue. This is my
okay.
Get me started
on
why
you're mad, Val.
Get me started on this.
I'm
very passionate about my characters, especially with the X-Men. So the dumbass fucking Fox movies, when they decided to create Rogue with fucking this bitch from True Blood, and then ruin her entire storyline, it was just made no sense.
Was it Suki? I forget if it was Suki.
What up, Suki?
Yes. Anna Paquin, aka
whatever the fuck her name is. She doesn't even worth learning her name.
They really fucked with Kitty Pryde too.
Oh yeah, they fucked with all of them.
All of them.
And then her getting her gray patch was fucking from Magneto. Wait, what? That was just so stupid. Mystique all of a sudden being one of the best characters out of nowhere. Really? That's what you base your fucking franchise on? Really, bro? Really? Come on now. Anyway,
that's what I found
She had a great.
You put your eggs in the basket of
J-Law?
Katniss. Yeah, that's essentially what they did. They bet the house on J-Law.
Mystique had a great scene when she was leaving after beating up the X-Men and the doors were closing. She somehow slid on the back. She's like slid backwards.
Rebecca Romaine.
And
Rebecca Romaine.
Her.
She was
so anyway,
fighting
I forget
Wolverine.
who she was fighting. Yeah, so that she did a thing, and then like in the normal version, she just like slides down. But in the actual version, she flips whoever the bird. And I thought that was amazing. But then that's really it. That's X-Men.
And Halle Berry was
I'm just still sad that we didn't get any of their suits that we kept seeing. So Wolverine opened up a box. That suit never got worn. They all wore suits at the end of the movie. The very next movie, none of them were wearing their fucking suits. They're like literally custom suits. Everyone's wearing fucking
They
black
bring in
jumpsuits.
freaking X-Men First Class and don't use the characters from the first class. How do you do that? Why?
We did
Also-
get X-Men.
Also, Darwin.
Darwin is not an X-Men First Class member.
Wait, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about how do you kill off Darwin?
The one who's the one not to die. He's adaptable and can.
Your man's overcame death by becoming a god of death.
Well, even in Age of Apocalypse, you really had him come and just give everyone makeovers.
Right.
Like, that's literally what he did. He was like the Tim Gunn.
Oh shit!
We Project Runway them.
Yeah.
It was like you get deeper highlights.
Make it work.
But literally, like, and what they did with Storm, she's the priestess. She's supposed to be imbued with these powers, and it's just like
Ivan Ooze.
Anyway, yes, I agree. I was very upset with how the X-Men film, especially since you had a really solid casting. And even though I wasn't a huge fan of that version of Storm with the Mohawk, I was here for it as long as it was a good story. But and then with the now I forgot the name of the movie, the X-Men movie with the kids at the that was supposed to be horror themed, and then they Moana at the end with the damn they Brother Baird / Moana that end. I expected her to start singing to it.
Fuck?
Yeah,
I'm glad I didn't watch it because I just heard very terrible.
The casting was done so well, though. I will say that's probably the best thing about New Mutants is the casting.
It's like Henry Cavill as Superman. You had the perfect person for that role, and then you
fumbled the bag.
Left the mustache on him.
But yes, in New Mutants, at the end, which I'm not trying to give a spoiler, there is a very Moana Brother Bear scene that happens, and I fully expected her to start singing to it. And I actually started to sing in the theater, like, I have crossed the horizon.
I already knew that movie was meant to be a bad adaptation.
I don't think that was the intention that they had when they made that film.
No, it was supposed to be a stupid ass fucking horror movie.
I already knew it was going to be a bad adaptation when they said that they were going to use the Demon Bear storyline. Out of all the storylines you have for New Mutants, you went with the Demon Bear storyline that is not really that well known.
Hey, I just want to remind you guys, we did get X2. That was a pretty solid movie.
Was it? Was it really?
Nightcrawler in the beginning saved it all.
They had good they had good casting.
Okay.
Casting. The story though isn't that the one where the senator becomes a jellyfish?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
That's the first one.
Is that the first one?
The first one, when he goes into the water, it becomes the jellyfish. He comes out the beach. No, X2 is when Wolverine kills all of Stryker's men in the mansion.
That was
Lady Deathstrike at the end.
Yeah, X2 was, and then X1 has the horrible Halle Berry line.
Oh God!
You know what happens when a frog gets struck by lightning? You mean that line?
Yes.
Oh God! They get fucking electrocuted like everything else. Stupid.
She didn't say that. It said like.
And then you had the actor that played it was the same guy that was in Sleepy Hollow. He was Snake Eyes in G.I. Joe and Darth Maul, and that's how you
Ray
used
Park.
him. Yes,
Yeah.
Ray Park. That's how you used him.
Toad. Yeah. Yeah, one of the wackest character that you could have fucking done.
And
so
you
much more
even
with that
dubbed his
actor.
voice like a British accent wouldn't have sounded amazing there. Like
Days of Future Past was also good.
Days of Future Past was but it was not great. It was done well enough. It's one of the better X-Men movies.
That's with them completely tanking Kitty Pryde's whole story arc.
Right, exactly.
And giving all of her work
to Logan,
to Wolverine, because everybody has a boner for him. So no.
Right, exactly.
it's like being in a desert for a long time and somebody gives you a saltine cracker and you're like, this is the best cracker in the world. You know what I'm saying? Because we were starved for a good X-Men movie when you know it's Ritz. And if anybody says otherwise, you don't need taste buds, okay?
Them premium saltines I lit. I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Like if you add something on it. But anyway, Logan, X2, and Days of Future Past were probably the best X-Men movies we've gotten so far.
But they still
Live action.
fail. I agree. I mean, those are the better ones, but they still screwed over the X-Men franchise movies. I mean, I enjoyed them, but they're not done well.
Deadpool did more justice for the X-Men franchise movies than any of the X-Men franchise movies did for themselves. Like when we got Juggernaut in Juggernaut for you. We got Juggernaut.
That one's already on the list. We already have Juggernaut.
Oh my god. We got Juggernaut in Deadpool 2. We got Juggernaut.
What did you say?
Juggernaut, I don't think was done well.
What did he say?
Yeah.
No,
I think Juggernaut is number 11 actually of the
one of those things. If Shelly has 6 apples, use your fingers. 6 apples.
Fuck you, Shelly.
Yes.
And we went on a tangent with the X-Men, but no, I mean, with just the look and everything and feel of the characters, they did them much better in Deadpool. Like Colossus.
No, hold on, sorry. Just seeing you go.
You'd rather have Margot Robbie as Rogue or Mystique.
Okay, so real quick, before you answer that question, Margot Robbie actually speaks like that. Like she kind of speaks. I don't know if it's just me, but every time she talks, I keep hearing Harley Quinn. Is it just me?
No, it's not. She's trash.
Okay.
Wow. Yo, Val hates this woman passionately.
I don't hate her, but she doesn't have no fucking acting range. I don't give a fuck what they put her in. She's still the same person in everything she does.
I don't know. There was a pretty big difference between Barbie and Harley Quinn.
Yeah, and her character in Wolf of Wall Street.
Barbie.
Then you're missing out.
Really? Wait, hold on. Wolf of Wall Street is a rich without the killing fucking Harley Quinn. Are you serious? Drug addicted hoe. Like I don't understand.
Drug addicted hoe.
What the fuck?
How?
I don't understand, man. You gotta. She's so good in Barbie. I don't like.
Yeah.
Maybe that will change it. She's not a ditz.
I guess.
Yeah.
If you say so.
She's
no. You gotta. Yeah. You gotta see it. It's really good.
I don't understand.
I'll eventually watch Barbie.
Look,
Maybe it'll change my mind about Margot.
This is recommending
but
Barbie.
She's not. I understand. But she's not a rogue or a Mystique.
Barbie.
Margot
that's
can't
fine.
play
If you don't like her as a rogue or Mystique, that's fine.
Yeah,
but like,
all right.
Like dragging this woman in the dirt.
Yeah.
Like, what is she?
You sure she's dragging her just in the dirt? Just the dirt?
Margot's no. What Crispy is to Pong.
Oh yeah, it's to Pong because.
Crispy.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
Oh, Chris Pratt. Yeah. But wait a minute. No, now I had to admit that he was actually good in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. He was good. He was unironically.
Well, I haven't seen Barbie, so I don't have a.
Yes, you should. You should.
I intend to. I'm going to watch. it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll like her a little bit.
I'll tell you right now, Barbie and Oppenheimer are going to split the award season at the Oscars.
I think you're right.
Wasn't he in the Tomorrow War?
Yes, he was.
He was pretty decent in that.
Oh, I hated that movie so much. Oh no!
We already talked about it. It was bad.
I don't want to go back to that where he punches the thing.
Oh, never mind. I didn't know it was this serious. I'm sorry.
I like him in Jurassic World.
I thought he did pretty well in Jurassic World.
I like him a lot.
In the Jurassic movie,
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
His character did the dumbest things possible. It's like I know that if what was he doing? Like I know I have to get this thing over here, but I'm gonna stop and risk the entire goddamn world, and I'm gonna jump into this freaking mess of aliens or whatever. Like that's not brave, that's stupid. If he hadn't just somehow pulled it out of his ass.
Chris Pratt or writing?
I hope you're very pleased with yourself.
Chris
Hugo.
wrote it.
Chris Pratt wrote it.
He was the guy behind it, at least the executive producer. I don't know if
So
you
he
wrote
didn't
it.
write it. Oh, okay.
So let me just say this.
All right.
I think because I had an idea, thought earlier. Shout out to me for doing one of those. I think
Shout out to me for
This is so
thinking.
tight.
Whoa.
you know, shit, in today's world, right, Seabass? Anyone?
No megaphones.
So no. I think Chris Pratt, Will Smith, and the like, they get typecasted a lot to the characters that are generally very successful in movie cinema world. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at some of the things right now. He's a Super Mario Brothers, all the Jurassic World, Passengers, Tomorrow Wars, and I'm thinking of all the characters he was. Arguably, Chris Pratt is funny, or his top typecasted character in Galaxy, Guardians of the Galaxy, excuse me. But all the other ones, I think, are forms of diluted versions of him from Guardians of the Galaxy to an extent. Like Tomorrow World, he was a father, if I'm not mistaken, and his daughter was the one who saved. That's the one, yeah. So I like the premise of that. I'm all for sci-fi movies. I won't spoil it. I thought it's pretty good, probably like a 6-7. But as funny as he normally is, he was kind of diluted, a little bit more serious. I didn't really get smart from him, but he was supposed to be in the character. That's supposed to be a thing.
You know what you did, Yuko.
Don't know.
I think Chris Pratt is one of those people that you can never not know that it's Chris Pratt, and I have a problem with that. Like, I don't want to see Chris Pratt I want to be invested in the character. And with Chris Pratt, and I also feel that way about like Tom Cruise, there are certain actors that have become so much larger than any character that they play that you can never take yourself out of like saying like, oh, that's Chris Pratt. Right. And I'm not a big Chris Pratt fan just in general anyway. But I feel like since Parks and Rec, why can't I say that word? Parks and Rec, when he was unknown and you didn't like, he was the character because you didn't know him from anything else. I thought that was like, I thought he was pretty funny in that. I didn't think he was the best part of the show. I actually thought it was his counterpart, but at least then it's like I was invested in that character as an overarching part of that show. But ever since then, I cannot un-Chris Pratt him. And that's makes every movie that I watch him in less enjoyable.
George Clooney is the same way, though, but I like George Clooney.
George Clooney has the same stupid role. He's some charismatic motherfucker who's barely talking, and he think he's witty, and it's like, I think he's actually just delayed. That's what I get from him. I'm sorry.
Delayed?
I'm not saying George Clooney isn't a great actor. I just think he gets the same stupid role, especially since Ocean's 11. Yeah, ever since then, it's been the same thing. 16, it's been the same thing. It's just him in different movies. You know what I'm saying?
I also think that there's like an oversaturation that happens with certain actors, so that also feeds into it. Like I say all the time, can we cast somebody other than like the same 4 people in every freaking thing? And that also leans into Margot Robbie. Nothing against her as a talent. I don't have the vendetta that Val has against her, but at the same time, she's not the only working actress in Hollywood. Can we give somebody else a shot here?
Yeah.
If you guys are on TikTok, Straw Hat Goofy has a segment where he where he basically goes, actors that Hollywood really try to make a thing. And it's great because you're just like, oh yeah, there was like a 5-year stretch where this guy or this girl was in fucking everything, well, I mean, and you were just like, bro.
Dakota Fanning,
Orlando Bloom.
But there's some people who are like, they tried to force people who were good actors in bad roles.
There's a lot of
Dakota Fanning was a great actress up until that weird superhero power movie. Like, she's in one of my real quick, I will stand for her because she starred in one of my favorite films of all time. When everybody
Man on Fire.
Yes.
That is amazing.
Yes. Everybody,
Man on Fire is so fucking good, bro.
Everybody was on training day. I was like, no, you have to watch Man on Fire.
I cry every time I watch that shit.
Yes, every time at the end I cry. I'm with you, Val.
Chrissy Bear, oh my god, yo, y'all gotta watch Man on Fire. If you haven't, it's so worth it.
And then they're very excited for them to work together.
Chloe was the same thing too. Chloe Moretz. I'm gonna
Chloe Moretz.
Yeah. She was typecast a lot ever since after Hit Girl, and then she had to leave the scene for a little while. She returned back on the scene. She's actually the voice in Nimona.
If you watched Peripheral, that show was insanely good, and it's a great sci-fi. Like, what the fuck is going on show?
It just sucks because they're not getting a season 2.
You're lying.
Yeah, I got canceled.
Yep.
Fuck!
I'm sorry.
I hate getting into shows. I hate it so much.
And it is a good show. And I'm
Yo,
sorry.
Prime has been fucking murdering shows that I like so far.
Well,
Jesus.
they're trying to be Netflix, so
Oh my god.
I think
Fuck you, Bezos.
What's his name? Oh my god, I can't remember. What's the guy from Wolf of Wall Street? Leonardo DiCaprio. I think Leonardo DiCaprio is one of the stars who's like really big, but he acts his ass off.
Yeah, I think he's
like
different in everything. Like,
but I forget that it's him when I'm
right.
Yeah,
right.
Like, what is it? Just Departed.
Yeah,
Departed.
Calvin
Wall
Candy
Street.
Jr. and Django Unchained is his best fucking role, and he
Yeah.
should have won for that.
He broke his. He like when he slams his hand on the table. And
Oh,
that one
yeah.
scene and breaks the glass,
Bleeding.
That's
That's
real.
his blood
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Kerry Washington's fucking face.
Yeah.
That's why she looked like what?
Yeah.
What is going on?
My favorite part was him being so uncomfortable dropping the N bomb, and Samuel L. Jackson, "Say it, motherfucker!" And I was like, yes. when Sam says "say it," you better fucking do it.
He's like, you got the pass.
like we're going over here, bro. Yeah, I mean, he
was
won for the fucking bear.
He was like,
The
"I
bear
know
is
you didn't mean it." He's like, "I know this is a fucking part. Say it for the part, and then we good."
Yeah, he won with the stupid bear one. He should have won for that one. But
I don't. Okay,
I think that one was a good one also, though, because
I think
Revenant?
I want you to
never
understand.
watched it.
Tom
This
Hardy was
man-
better in Revenant.
Even though we know better,
Tom Hardy was in Revenant.
yes,
yes.
I've never
Tom
watched.
Hardy is a
I never watched the
comedian of an
movie.
actor.
Oh, Tom Hardy
Yes,
is an
Tom
amazing,
Also,
phenomenal
if you-
actor.
also,
Yeah.
if
If you haven't seen him in
ever
the show
watch-
Taboo, please watch that.
if you also watched Peaky Blinders, where
Mhm.
where Cillian
And-
Murphy's
and-
in, he's really-
yeah.
but Tom Hardy's character, oh,
So good.
so good,
So
so
I
good.
think if he can convince the world that he was getting attacked by a bear, even though we know it wasn't a bear, I think he deserves a fucking award. I'm just saying.
yeah.
And he's done multiple things that
that
deserves
Oscar
award
was that
before
was an
this.
IOU Oscar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Just like,
gonna say- that's
just
what
like
I
did, but I
Denzel's
don't think it
Training
was-
Day Oscar, that was an IOU because he was supposed to get it for John Q.
Yeah.
And Man on Fire.
But that
Wow.
Man on Fire came out at the same time, right?
Oh,
As,
Man on Fire was
Chandler?
great.
Oh, I think it was.
trying
It
to
was too
remember.
far. I'll look it up.
I know John Q came out the year before.
There's
and I
a there's a
remember
lot
watching
of IOU
Yeah.
fucking Oscars at this point.
I feel like that was what, like, nothing against Jamie Lee Curtis, but I feel like that's what they gave her to when they did the movie that.
No,
No,
Angela
because-
Bassett has an IOU and it still hasn't been paid.
Yeah. No, I'm saying that when Angela was supposed to win,
What
They
has
gave it to
Jamie Lee
Jamie.
Curtis done that
Jamie Lee,
deserved an
Jamie Lee
Oscar?
Curtis is an iconic actress, yes,
Right.
but her portfolio of work
That is not Oscar worthy.
is not. Aside from this one movie she did, I mean, she's done fantastic movies, but this is
Yeah.
the one movie where it was like she did the damn thing. Where Angela Bassett has been doing movie after movie, and like if she didn't win for Tina Turner,
Bruh.
she should have won for the Queen of Wakanda, who died and had an
That was
incredible
amazing.
fucking scene. And I was just like, nah, fam.
Scenes.
Excuse me.
Like,
Yeah.
And she should have won for that. I'm sorry.
like out of the entire
He should have won for
MCU,
Anime Bullock. Straight up.
out of the entire MCU, that was probably one of the best and like for sure Oscar worthy moments of like all the MCU. Like immediately, I don't think
mean,
there was
I-
anyone who
Even
watched.
that
there was
opening
no one who-
scene.
There was
I
no
have
one
a
who
theory.
watched that movie and said, "Yeah, that doesn't deserve an
I have
Oscar."
a theory of why the Academy didn't give it to her, and it's not because it's because they don't want to legitimize superhero movies, and they feel like if they were to give her
Yeah, see,
something,
that's
I
not how
mean, but
this
they
works.
gave
That's
her
not how
one
this
for
works.
Everything Everywhere All at Once. That's a superhero movie.
But again, it's-
A24 is the new hotness right now. Like
Yeah.
A24 is killing it in
Everything,
movies.
everything.
Everything
What's
they touch.
A24?
The
A24 is
production
a
studio.
production company. They did everything from fucking.
They did The Green Knight. They did that
Talk-
horror movie.
oh,
that
Talk to
just
Me.
came out. Talk to Me. They did
Um,
Everywhere at Once. They they have a lot of movies in their
Like their
production.
resume is fucking stacked at this point.
They're one of the few movie production houses that are allowed to do movies now because they are using the terms that the SAG actors and writers agree to.
Yeah.
So
they're falling under indie.
Huh? Yeah, they're indie.
Talk to Me was amazing. 2001 Training Day, 2004 Man on Fire. Thanks.
I want to see Talk to Me. I keep hearing really good things, and it's one of those like I followed like the guys who directed and wrote it, and I was like, yeah, knowing them, they would be like the ones to do something really good and amazing.
Remember when Insidious came in, horror films were like, this is dope because it opens the door for like different aspects of horror and stuff. That's what Talk to Me is. Like, it looks like, it reminds me of how Batman Begins was. Batman Begins was good enough, but you know it could be expanded more. So I'm hoping the follow-up is like, okay, now we're expanding different forms of horror, no cheap jump scares. Boom, good luck with that. You know what I'm saying? Hold that. But, you know, I'm a horror fan. After a while, when a series does good, it turns either gory or campy. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, yeah. But if you guys want to continue the conversation, Four Letter Nerd is on tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
Kat and Mike will be there.
Hi.
With Reggie.
And you're all welcome to join us.
All of you.
Yes. What are y'all talking tomorrow?
Except for you, Pong. No.
Bunch of bullshit.
Matt is disrespectful.
So disrespectful.
No.
Did I go too hard on emus? I feel like I went too hard on emus.
We're going to be discussing Margot Robbie's top 10 films of all time. I'm out. Not at all. We won't. If anyone brings it up, I'll kick them out, even though I don't have access to the buttons.
I got you.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, tomorrow it's an all-inclusive talk. We just came back from Colorado. We just rested and everything, so we're gonna probably talk about that. Maybe show some photos. You know, so for some of our fans and supporters who don't necessarily work cons, want to know what it's like. It's one thing to be in a con, like you're there and you visit and you buy stuff. You're gonna buy stuff. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on. Cons are arguably a drug. Because if you go into a con thinking you're not going to spend anything besides a ticket admission, if you do it, you are a different person. You need to be studied.
You're a whole different breed.
You need to be studied because you're going to be like, I really shouldn't, but I'm going to.
You're going to know will Big Daddy be there.
And
Big Daddy
a couple of you can attest to that. I have my mug right here.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, wait.
I was drinking out of it the whole show.
Oh my God!
Let's total this.
I gotta bring it.
Big Daddy Burgie right there.
Oh my God. That's amazing. That is amazing.
Once you're on the other side of the table, either as a vendor or as staff, attending a convention is never
different.
The same again.
It's
never the different.
We'll also talk about the winner of the shirt. If you've watched the Full Letter Nerd, you know I had Big Daddy Burgie on a shirt. And we raffled it away.
And he signed it, and it was raffled. So.
People really wanted to win that shirt.
My whole thing is that cup has gone international.
Yes,
it has. It has gone international.
Where?
I think it was Australia.
France, and I think Italy as well. So they love Big Daddy Burgie, and you know what? So do we. So shout out to Mr. Burgie.
How can you not? How can you not love Big Daddy Burgie?
Burgie's awesome.
I'm pretty sure this is Burt Reynolds' body, but definitely his face.
That OnlyFans calendar gonna drop real soon.
Yes.
Oh, there's already an OnlyFans post with the bikini.
Yeah. Oh, wow. We have fun.
Yeah, it's a cosplayer that has an OnlyFans. It was her idea to do the bikini with his face on it, and she did a whole OnlyFans shoot for it.
Oh, nice.
Respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
I've only seen one photo. But it's a great photo.
We should get her on the show. We should get her.
I'm surprised you didn't have her.
Not to be in the bikini, but like just to talk about it. You know, we'll talk about it. But yeah, no, we're gonna be talking about it once again. Just to emphasize what Kat says. It's one thing to go to a con. It's another thing to actually be in a con or work a con. And I think that's very important to talk about. And you know, I'm very blessed and very happy to have been there because all the people I work with online were there physically, and I gave him as much shit as I could, but it was
He
dope.
absolutely
Mike,
did.
Mike, what does this say under Free from Mayhem? What does it say that down there?
I used to hate on Tone's beard, but now, meh.
Wow.
Yo,
Dang.
I'm surprised y'all just catching that. I see that shit for like the last hour and a half.
It's the truth, though.
I just left it.
It's the truth.
Wow.
I just can't see it. I still can't see anything other than Sebastian Bone Tart. I still, a week later, Sebastian Bone Tart.
Oh shit!
All I can see.
I used to make fun of him Bonnet, but Bone Tart is amazing.
All right, it's 11. I gotta get up early. We gotta wrap.
We know Mayhem's turning on his Xbox,
So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna have an episode where we're gonna invade the four-letter nerd.
Time.
We're gonna invade the four-letter nerd. Come in there full force. We're gonna bring Pong to referee it. Get it on.
What am I doing?
Apparently, he just volunteering you for shit.
He just volunteered
I
you to
see
do
that.
some shit. You know how
Yep.
it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
Sounds like Han.
But again, we thank everybody always for coming on. We thank everybody for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, share.
what are you doing on Friday?
I don't know. What am I doing on Friday?
And I'm out.
I don't know.
Where's that?
I don't know.
All right. Thank you guys for coming on. Thank you guys for being a part of the show. Val, what are we talking about next week? Are we talking more Ahsoka? I believe so, right?
Yes, we're doing Ahsoka next week.
Ahsoka
We're
next
doing
week.
Ahsoka.
Episode
yes.
3 and 4.
Yes,
Episode 3 and
yes.
4. Let's go.
Julio.
I
Awesome.
gotcha.
Love you guys. Love you
All
guys. Appreciate you guys.
Good night.
Good night. Seabass, take us out.
Actually, no. We're talking about My Adventures with Superman.
Oh,
That was on the calendar.
Oh
Oh,
shit.
excuse us. That means I gotta watch some
shit.
TV.
Y'all fucking up.
Yeah. So this way, for those who are counting, next week is September 12th. My Adventures with Superman. Then we have on the 19th. We will get back on Ahsoka.
So it'll be 3 episodes of Ahsoka.
Yes.
It'll be
Okay.
3, 4, and 5.
So I gotta wait longer to talk about my shit. Got it. Okay.
Or we could just push Superman. I mean,
That's what I was just.
Have y'all watched
I love,
Superman?
like, no.
It's really good, man.
no, I know it's good. I know it's good. I just
I
understand
intend to, but
Yeah, I think most of the episodes
Eventually.
are out. You can binge it. They're 30-minute episodes. They're quick. Anyway, this has been your boy Sebastian.
It's boy law.
your boy Tone from across the hall. What a transition, my friend.
Yeah.
And last but not least, Vmac. Have a good night, guys.
With
Take
the
it
Mighty
easy.
Pong
Good night.
and
And
the
for the nerd, thank you guys for being here.
theme
Take it easy.
music in 3, 2,